Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Monday. That means Monday Night Raw.
Yay! So
We'll be starting off tonight's show with Stone Cold Steve Austin and the contract signing.
Is that going to happen first?
Yeah, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins. At least that's what I hear. That's what they cut in and tell you some stuff first. We got the 4 horsewomen of the WWE. Sasha, Bayley, Becky, Charlotte.
Oh, they're going to call them the 4 horsewomen, huh?
Well, it's just a match. That's what they are called.
Oh.
But they're going to have a match tonight. But it's coming on live right now.
Right now!
We got Rey Mysterio. He's got a match tonight. Who else is going? Oh, yeah, we got King of the Ring, Joe, Ricochet, and Baron Corbin.
The 3-way.
Yeah, that 3-way for the King of the Ring
Tournament, yep. And then the other...
We got AJ Styles match tonight.
Great.
For Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, but the other King of the Ring match is Chad Gable versus Elias.
Square Garden, Steve Austin.
So don't forget that. There's 2 King of the Ring ones tonight.
No.
Isn't there? Oh, okay. So there's just the one?
That's the betting odds.
Oh, okay.
So that's the favorite.
So just one King of the Ring match tonight?
Yeah.
I would have been good.
What do we got for something for SmackDown? It's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He's in the ring and everybody's very excited.
Mom's in there.
Alright.
We got Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the chairs are set up, the table's set up.
He's gonna tell us all about it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's going from corner to corner. Normally he'd be flipping the crowd off, but they don't do that anymore, so he's just throwing his fists up in the air.
What? Why don't they just flip them off?
Yeah, he used to do that, but then with the birds. Like that, not like that. Right?
So he flipped off the opposite corner?
Yeah. Basically he's flipping himself off. But it was cool, because he's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
One of the better talkers in the history of the WWE.
Did they throw him some water bottles?
Oh,
beer? Oh, they threw him some beer?
Obviously,
Is he not supposed to drink beer?
He drinks beer all the time. He's got his show. He drinks beer with all the people that go in there. And they do dumb shit.
Wonder if they have a gluten intolerance.
Probably wouldn't drink
They have celiac disease.
Got gluten in it. Poison. Beer's poisonous. It's got gluten.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, he says.
That man is going to be back here at Madison Square Garden. Somebody told me
That's where what came from.
that it's been over 20 years since Stone Cold has been. Let me go back down memory road one time.
One time.
I'll never forget. I was standing over here in the corner. Survivor Series. I was going up against the one and only Bret the Hitman Hart. And I came out here.
Because they weren't sure if they were supposed to do it or not.
And they hit Bret's music, and that guitar riff just raised every hair up on my arm. And I was thinking, hell, man, that's Bret the Hitman Hart. He's come out here and I'll just get a piece of his ass. And that was a heavy-duty moment in my career, and I'll never forget it.
Heavy.
And then I'll never forget also.
Monday Night Raw, we're sitting here with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Bret the I came out here and WWE was worried about my damn neck.
Yes, today is
Had Vince out here trying to serenade me. And I looked at some bitch in the eyes and I said, And I hit his ass with the first Stone Cold Stunner that Vince McMahon ever took. Right here in this building.
That's funny.
And then on one other occasion before we get to the business at hand, and that's a contract signing for the Universal Championship. Coming in here about 1998, whenever the hell it was. Myself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, against the one and only Undertaker at SummerSlam, Highway to Hell. And so I was doing business with the Undertaker. He bent down to give me a backdrop, and I kicked his big ass right in the head. And he raised up and caught me underneath my chin and knocked me out. I was laying right here in the garden. First time in my life I'd ever been knocked out. Earl Hebner looks up at me. He goes, God dang it, boy, I cleaned it up for TV. He goes, God dang it, boy, you okay? I said, where am I? He goes, damn, boy, you in the garden. Good times here, and more good times to come. I'm happy to be here.
It's a very small place, it looks like.
It's a basketball stadium.
Hey,
Yeah.
Where the Knicks play.
got a couple guys
Where the
out
Rangers
there.
play.
Yeah.
They're trying to sign to a contract, having a hard time getting this thing signed. So
What?
Michael Cole, everybody out there doing their duties.
What?
That's all fine and dandy, but you need a real son
the
bitch in
Fiend
here
gonna
to
show
mediate
up?
this thing.
I don't
and
know.
make
Tonight,
things
like
happen
right
the way
now,
they're
during the
supposed to be.
moderation of this?
I just
that's
don't
why
think
they
that
brought
they'll put
my
the
ass
Fiend
all the way out
over.
here from the West Coast to the East
If he
Coast.
attacks all the
If you're
legends.
ready to see
Right, but
this
won't they wait
Universal
until the
Championship
contract signs
get
and stuff
signed,
like that, or
give
they
me
can
a
have
hell
another?
yeah.
I don't think they'll do that to Stone Cold.
That's
I
all you
don't
have
think
to
he'd
say.
allow it.
Nah.
I want to bring the challenger
But it
out
would
here
put
at
the
this
Fiend
moment
over
in time.
tremendously if he did.
He is
Came down
known
and knocked him
as
out, it was
the
over.
monster
Right.
It
among
would put him
men.
over,
He's a big
like,
bad
Fiend
son
being
bitch.
Right.
His name
I don't know if
is
Vince would want to
Braun
do that with him.
Strowman.
I don't know. That'd be really weird.
Here comes Braun Strowman, the first one to come down to the ring.
Yeah.
Watching Monday Night Raw in
And this Sunday,
9919.
it is Clash of Champions streaming live.
We're watching it
on the
live.
WWE
Totally
Network.
live.
It is the one night a year where
We have no idea what's
watch
going to
it
happen
live.
next.
WWE will be defending
Yeah,
the
we don't know,
decades.
because you never know.
Braun's
what's
coming
going
down
on.
to the ring with just one title. He's not as good as Rollins. Rollins has a few.
At least he has one, I guess. That's always a plus, right?
Wonder if they gave Seth 2 belts because his girlfriend had 2
very
belts.
busy
I don't
and
know.
tumultuous night this Sunday.
Maybe.
Clash of Champions.
I have absolutely no idea.
Who if somehow, some way can
But it's going to be for the Universal Championship they're doing this contract signing for.
It could be Braun
Yeah,
Strowman
on Monday Night Raw.
with 2 titles
Yeah.
this
Live.
Sunday.
Live
Stone
on
Cold,
Monday
it's
Night
good to
Raw.
see Stone Cold.
Operative word.
They'll probably go to commercial here.
What version of Braun
I don't
Strowman
know,
do we
maybe.
get at Clash of Champions? And what version of
Possibly.
Braun Strowman do we get here tonight for this contract signing?
Oh, there are really
Good to
multiple
see
versions
Stone
of
Cold.
Braun Strowman.
I have to wonder, you know,
In the
all
garden.
the trash talking that Braun did about Stone Cold in the past. Like, you better not. What was it he said?
Interfere or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Stone
So you're
Cold.
not going to shake his hand?
Braun extends his hand.
And he's
Stone Cold
like
has not
5
accepted his
heads
hand.
taller than Steve Austin. And he's not going to shake his hand?
Kick him in the belly and do the stunner.
Oh.
And now, I bring out the Universal Champion, Seth frickin' Rollins.
Stone Cold disrespects the monster among men.
Yeah.
In front of, what, 17,000?
So my question is that will he then give Seth Rollins more because he likes him and he all endorses him and he's behind him and they're all butt buddies together and all that shit? Because isn't a moderator supposed to be unbiased no matter what? Yes.
I guess not in wrestling, but
Any kind of person who becomes a moderator is supposed to be non-biased in whatever they're moderating.
we will see if he shakes Seth's hand or if they go to commercial. If they're going to commercial, they're not going to do the full segment commercial free. No way they're doing the commercial.
Why not? Why wouldn't they just do it commercial free?
Because they got to pay some bills.
Nah. They don't need to pay any bills. It's ridiculous.
They got to pay a bill. Here we
You
go. He didn't shake his hand either, but he didn't offer.
We got business to take care of.
But he gets a stupid
Braun
mic.
Strowman,
They both get it. Oh,
Oh, now
There's
he's
your
going
handshake.
to handshake.
Seth Rollins.
All right. Well, good.
Been a little difficulty signing this contract for what reason I have no idea.
Can't tell Braun
But I'm
has
here
a
to take care of business.
mic right
You
there on the
guys
desk.
to sign this damn
Private or not.
contract. So these people can watch you
I don't know.
guys get it on.
Maybe.
Well, let's get to signing that contract, but first of
Yeah,
all,
there is
we
one.
are in New York City. We are in Madison Square Garden. And that
Yeah,
is
it's right
Stone
there.
Cold
It's
Steve
by his
Austin.
belt right
that's what I
there.
was thinking.
But he doesn't
This
pick it up,
is
so I
what
don't know.
I'm talking about when I say burn it down.
I don't think they want to burn.
Half the crowd
Madison
doesn't like
Square
I don't know
Seth.
if you know this, but
Well,
This big goon over here, he
I don't like him either. So.
thinks you might have it in for him tonight.
Seth?
Ugh.
He's a little concerned. Matter of fact, he thinks I
Anybody would like
might
it all.
have it in for him in our tag title match this Sunday. Are we doing what's? Can I do the what's? I don't mean to step on your toes,
Oh
but
my
they're
God.
wanting
He
me.
makes me want to puke.
Oh, God,
Usually
now
I
he's
hate it,
Copycat.
but since you're here tonight, I'm down with it.
Normally he hates
And
it,
so
but
am
now
I.
he's okay with
Well, because
it.
it's got holes and
Somebody's
stuff.
got
It
to,
gets
hey,
on
hang over just a damn second. Somebody's got to write their name on that contract so we can take care of business, because that's why they brought me here.
All right, I will. Since you are the man, you're Stone Cold Steve Austin. I will oblige you, but I got to tell you one thing, partner.
Where's the drama?
Nobody's stabbing anybody in the back.
You got
I
two
have
baby
no
faces.
idea.
I'm the best wrestler
really
on the planet. I am the
tired of
Universal
people.
Champion. And after Clash of Champions,
Seth Rollins is the best wrestler on
I'm
the
still
planet,
going to be the best wrestler on the
according
planet.
to Wrestling
And I'm
Illustrated.
still going to be
Whatever. He's a
Universal
dweeb.
Champion.
Nobody likes him.
He's gonna win at pay-per-view. They're gonna have Braun lose again.
How's he gonna lose?
Just get him.
Seth Rollins has signed the contract. Braun, it's up to you now.
They're doing a full push on Seth Rollins.
He gonna say words?
Look, first and foremost, I grew up watching you, and I have nothing but the utmost respect. But let's be for real, Steve. A rattlesnake's still a rattlesnake. And Seth, you ain't got
Braun
nothing to worry
Strowman.
about. I ain't turning my back on you. I like being tag champs, but I'm gonna love being Universal Champion.
Not gonna happen. It ain't happening in
Yeah.
2019.
So to
I highly
quote
doubt it.
one of the greatest of all times, I'm about to open a can of whoop ass. And you're gonna get these hands.
That's silly.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is
Ooh, who is it?
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles has to come down and say his words now.
AJ
He's gotta come out with
Styles.
his little
The
cronies.
OC.
OC cronies. He's all out there going,
They
oh my
come.
gosh.
It'd be a triple threat or a six-man tag team.
For
Oh!
what?
Oh,
You think?
boys, look who we
Just for
have in the
fun.
ring. What a moment!
Well, they already put their names on the contract, right?
Yeah.
Back in
Contract.
Madison
It is
Square
signed.
Garden.
The match is official
Yep.
for Clash of the Champions.
Clash of Champions this Sunday.
Clash of the
Pay-per-view. September 15th.
But,
They're like,
Be
you
there
can't use
or
Clash of the
be
Titans.
square.
You can't use Clash of the Titans.
Oh,
I mean,
Clash
we
of
don't
Champions.
It is. Well, that's what you
Get the
said.
rattlesnake all
Champions?
riled up, you know, like, oh, but Steve Austin gonna stop on my Oh my God.
Just click on it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I want
Does anybody
both
really
of
care
these.
about that anymore, though?
With that one being
All right, I got one for you. What? Shut up! So Stone
And there
Cold,
I don't know
your
what's
little big
going
ass
on.
opinion. Just know this. Sit this
What?
way out, or you might
What?
get
it
hurt.
is frozen.
I don't know. It's moving on mine.
Mine wasn't. Now it is.
I don't know what's going on.
We got the Cult.
Do you guys
The
want me
OC.
to talk or
The
not?
club, not the Cult.
The club.
Or the club. The original
This is all
club.
Tom wants to know if
Steve.
Edge is cleared for Wrestle. I don't think so. Isn't he?
Just shut up
He
for a
got
second.
injured.
Let me talk.
He will be when he's healthy, but he's not
Like
quite
I said,
ready
this has
yet.
nothing to do with you, Steve Austin, so stay out of our business.
Ooh,
Yeah, Austin.
Steve.
Your big nose.
Yeah, Steve.
Shoving it in people's business.
Keep your face out of it, Steve. And Tom wants to know, and if so, what do you think about that?
Ed or Ed?
Edge, yeah, cleared to wrestle.
Edge is never going to wrestle the WWE again.
This is why no one likes
He had the
something
same
to do.
neck injury that Lita had and Stone Cold had.
Ooh.
He did a spear on that guy at the last pay-per-view that we watched.
Yeah.
When he was in Canada. Remember he came in and speared?
Yeah.
But that's as physical as he's ever going to get.
So as long as he just does one move and it's very...
And very controlled. Even though it was a spear.
Right.
But WWE will never let him wrestle again. He could go wrestle somewhere else if they'll clear him. But
He might be really stupid on a doctor's part to clear somebody with that bout of
And I
neck
gotta tell you
injury.
this, listen, I said it last week and I'll say it again.
I was thinking he was meaning Jeff Hardy. And so I was like, oh, Jeff Hardy's just hurt.
Asshole,
But Edge hasn't been hurt for years. Edge is with what's her name? Beth Phoenix.
I don't know how good your hearing is, AJ, but you got about 18,000 people calling you an asshole.
He loves it.
Yeah, AJ likes being called an asshole.
Because he don't want none. You
He's-
don't want none.
He's like, yay, I'm an asshole. Woo!
AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Anderson are getting up in the ring with Stone Cold, Steve Austin, with Braun Strowman and
You know
Seth
what,
Rollins.
Steve?
That ain't
It's
You
gonna
happening.
know
happen.
what, ain't you turned into a real asshole?
Ooh, we
everybody
just
knows-
called Steve Austin an asshole.
Everybody knows Steve's an asshole. That's what
Right?
he's known for.
You see this man? He looks at a championship and gets a universal title match. How does that happen? So let me ask you, Steve, since you know everything, since you've done everything, since you've been in this business for so long, you old fart.
You old fart.
Austin, the old fart. There's your headline. YouTube. Take
You
it.
gotta know where I'm coming from,
Steve
right?
Old Fart Austin.
The old fart.
Uh-oh, he's
Uh-oh.
moving the table even. Uh-oh.
He's gonna stunner him.
AJ,
You getting stunnered, homie. You get
I don't
stunnered.
know where you're coming from, but I damn sure know where you're going.
Ooh.
He moves the table.
Going
Right.
over to the OC and
The OC's getting thrown out of the ring. It's going to be AJ Styles. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I keep wanting to call him Stunning Steve Austin. He was Stunning Steve in WCW. He had the long blonde hair. Boom! Big old freight train coming through.
Big train coming through. Oh, looks like you're not going anywhere. Braun looks like his knees might hurt tonight.
They're just making AJ look like a fool.
Rollins went for the
There he goes.
stop.
Here's the stunner. Here's the stunner.
Can't make him look like a complete fool. He is a champion. You better turn around, buddy.
AJ
They're
needs that
telling you.
universal belt.
You better turn around.
Got Stone Cold creeping up behind him. AJ's gonna turn around.
AJ probably
Kick
forgot
to the
it.
gut.
Ah!
Stunner. Crowd goes crazy. He's all up in his face. He's barking at him. Woo! Stone Cold, throw me some beer.
He's like, I need 4 of them.
I wonder what the Street Profits are gonna say.
He threw up his middle finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Well, I was holding the beer.
He did flip off AJ and he hit him with it.
Maybe he's really drinking that much beer.
He drinks like a swallow out of it.
I was gonna say, exactly.
He's very wasteful of his drink.
So I wonder what he really says to him. Because you don't know. You know, like, is he just down there like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what he's really saying to him? He's not saying mean things to him.
Look, he threw his hat. Like, I gotta get my hat.
He's like, I need my...
AJ's crawling off the floor. Well, that was an exciting start for Raw.
Was it?
It's a little slow at first, but that ended pretty tight. And it did the whole segment without a commercial.
That's good. Well, I'm glad. About
4
time.
horsewomen of WWE. Lynch,
Becky Lynch and Charlotte versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. It's going to be up next
That's
after the commercial break.
Did it say next?
No, I don't know.
Oh, that's gonna be the main event.
It's going to be up sometime tonight.
It's happening at some point.
3 hours from now.
Anyways, quick recap. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes down to the ring first.
Yeah.
Gets the crowd all jumping. What? What? Crowd's singing back to him. What? Corner to corner to corner to corner. Braun Strowman then comes out and extends his hand
And
to
he didn't
Stone
want
Cold.
to shake
Stone
it.
Cold had nothing to do with it. No, not tonight, big guy. Then Rollins comes out as he goes, no, Seth Rollins. And then Braun Strowman, so he didn't shake his hand. Seth Rollins comes down, and then he shakes big Braun Strowman's hand, and then Seth Rollins' hand.
Yeah, because they were
And
both
then
in there.
They go right to signing the contract with no static, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of like Seth saying to Braun, oh, he thinks I'm going to turn my back on him. There's some stuff that's going to happen, and duty, but that's normal
And
for
then
Seth.
big Braun is like, a rattlesnake's a rattlesnake.
Yeah!
No matter what, a rattlesnake's a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then they get the contract all signed up, and then boom, they don't want none, they don't want none. AJ Styles with the other 2 members of the OC come down, it's Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah.
Come down, and they decide to get in the ring after the crowd's chanting, you're an asshole.
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 JJ Styles and all his
And Stone
pipe
Cold
and
lets
talk.
him know, reminds him that he's being called an asshole by 30,000 people.
And he calls him an old fart.
And then he calls him an old fart, AJ. But that's not until he got in the ring. They get up in the ring, and then Stone Cold starts moving the table a little bit. So you know some hell's going to break loose.
Mm-hmm.
And then the OC gets attacked. They're making the OC just look like they're garbage.
I know, right? It's
I mean,
weird.
they're not a tough organization at all. A little pack, whatever you want to call them.
I know, at first they were really mean and stuff,
Well, you
and
thought they'd
did
be
really well when they were
sort
tag
of-
team champions, but then
sort
all of a
of
sudden
tough.
they're like, nothing.
I mean, they were
Fancies.
nothing for the first few years that they were in the WWE.
Right?
But now it's even. I mean, like, they got back together because everybody was like, oh, we need to get these guys back together. They finally get them back together, and you're like, oh, okay, here it comes. And every single night they're getting beat up.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they're on TV, they're getting beat up. They don't look tough. They don't look good. I don't know. To me, the OC looks like a joke. And it's bad booking. Anyways, the OC gets beat up. They get thrown outside the ring. Seth Rollins is going to curb stomp AJ Styles. AJ gets out of it, throws Seth over the top rope, and Stone Cold creeps up behind him, gives him a kick to the stomach, gives him 2 birds to the face, and then hits him with the Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the legend that knocked out Stone Cold is going to be on
SmackDown tomorrow night.
night.
Yeah. It's got
That
a
should be
little
pretty
thing that the
exciting.
Undertaker's going to be out there.
AJ's still down in the ring, and they're going to start that Cedric match now, I guess.
Probably. And then
So here comes Cedric.
this is not a title match or anything like that.
Not a title match, but it's Cedric Alexander against AJ Styles after AJ Styles was just Stone Cold Stunner.
And he's like, I'm not ready for this. And the rep's like, dude, you got to be ready for this.
Cedric's going to beat him anyways.
Why?
Because they're going to wrestle at the next pay-per-view.
Oh, they're going to be cautious.
And so they're going to make it look like Cedric can beat him.
Oh, really?
He's beating him. That's just my call. That's my guess. You guys have any predictions out there? Cedric Alexander, AJ Styles.
Yeah, right now the match is happening. Anybody? Anybody? Who's going to win it? Cedric Alexander or AJ Styles? Travis says that it's going to be Cedric Alexander's going to win.
Tonight, a victory over Styles could earn him an opportunity at the United States Championship.
An opportunity, they say. An opportunity.
One seems to clearly Cedric Alexander's game.
I have no
I
idea.
believe that Alexander had a chance.
I don't know any of them.
Who's Tom picking, did he
Corbin
say?
last week
No, he hasn't
in
said
the King of the
anything.
Ring tournament. If it was not for that attack by Styles and the OC before the matchup.
Don't go giving all the credit to Styles and the OC. Baron Corbin was incredible last night.
I agree with you on that point.
It's
as
going
well,
to be
Corey.
exciting.
Corbin's in action
see
later
that
tonight against
triple
Ricochet
threat
and Samoa
match
Joe in a
tonight.
triple
Yeah.
threat
Ricochet, Joe,
semifinal
and
King of the Ring
Corbin.
tournament match here live on Raw.
Should
That
be
triple threat, yeah.
Should be a good one.
In the King of the Ring tournament.
Why not?
And here is Styles.
I said, why not? Why shouldn't it be
Alexander, the high
exciting?
flyer, lands on his feet, rolls
Right now, we got a
through.
good match. This is going to be some super athleticism.
Jumping around and
Very
Smart move,
athletic.
drop kicking the knee. And
Oh!
I don't know though. I mean, AJ, got hit with that stunner, so he might be a little stunned still and be off his game a little
Well, of
bit.
course he's going to be off his game. That's why he's going to.
Monday Night Raw by storm over the past couple of weeks.
He could have been 100% at still having wins.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Cedric's probably going to do a quick roll-up of some sort of fluke.
Yeah.
Would be my guess, because that's what they're pushing right now.
Right.
There's quite a bit of that, especially over on
Each
SmackDown.
time Cedric steps inside the ring, he
roll
learns.
up
Chad
the
Gable.
stuff.
from that?
I know, right? It's so
But he's
weird.
in
He's
there
done
with
it
one of the
twice
best
now,
in the
so he's probably
entire
going to beat
world.
Elias,
The
which
United
means
States
Baron
champion,
Corbin's going to
former
win tonight
WWE champion AJ Styles.
if he beats Elias tomorrow, but we won't know until tomorrow.
Yeah, we won't know until
So
tomorrow.
this is going to benefit Styles
Don't be
a little
like,
bit more.
you
Not
know,
that
future
AJ
guys
can't pick up the pace,
Future
can't step on the
telling.
gas pedal.
Stay in the moment.
This allows
And the
AJ
moment right
to
now
think
is Cedric
as he works.
Alexander,
Oh,
AJ
and
Styles,
Alexander
Monday
will
Night
fight
Raw,
back, and not to mention that
9/9/19.
Styles is angry right now.
This
He
is
was
for a
He's
chance
embarrassed
for
and
Cedric
humiliated by
Alexander
Stone Cold
to
Steve Austin.
go after
Styles.
the United
Bounces off
States
the ropes, kick
Championship
caught AJ in the
title at
face.
Clash of Champions.
Instinct or luck.
It's an
puts Styles
important
on the
one.
outside, but
It's very
AJ
important.
There goes Cedric.
He is not safe
He
outside.
going over the top. He
Cedric
going over the
Alexander.
top.
Alexander looking to
Backflip.
fly.
Oh, Lynch
I
set
don't
on
think
his.
he's landed
Landing for Cedric as
He landed
well.
on his
Oh, that was
Kentucky.
weird.
Alexander said tonight was another opportunity to show up and show out. The age of Alexander, and here's another example.
There goes Alexander.
Cedric Alexander's
That was weird.
Oh, what did he hit him with? Like his
down goes
toe?
Styles. But
I
you
guess.
remember,
I'm not
with
sure.
that
AJ's
upward
still
pass,
down.
I think his
He's
back
reeling from it.
barely, like,
Rushed
skimmed
him.
over his
Let the
arm.
adrenaline kick in. AJ Styles
Rushed over
calls
him.
Cedric Alexander a very talented
We got
young man with a bright future.
Cedric Alexander,
He's
AJ
ready to
Styles.
step into the ring with a
I think
phenomenal
that
one.
Tom is behind.
Here's ready to
That's
make. Oh, and there's the
stunner.
bat. Styles right to the bat arm.
Gotta tell him to
AJ
fast
now
forward
focusing
back.
his attack on the already injured shoulder of Cedric Alexander. AJ
Joe
Styles is
Miller.
taking over.
Hi, Joe
Hey, Joe.
Miller.
Look at this.
Nice to
Good to
see
see
you
you,
in the
bud.
chat. What is up? Well, there's not very much up. Right now, it's AJ Styles and Cedric Alexander having a match for a chance for Cedric Alexander, a chance at the United States Championship belt, Clash of Champions. What started all that?
AJ Styles got stunnered
by
by
Stone
Stone
Cold,
Cold Steve
who
Austin.
was moderating the contract signing between Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman.
And now we have this match that has originated from, but we already kind of knew this was going to happen
Yeah.
because of the interference on Cedric last week
Yeah,
that led Baron Corbin to winning that match.
right.
Getting pushed forward.
Yes.
So it was supposed to happen anyways.
Yes.
But now AJ's been stunnered right before this match came down. Cedric came down to take quick advantage of it. And we've got ourselves a pretty good match right now. We're in a commercial break, so we don't actually know what's happening. So maybe AJ can get his head right.
Yeah, it's because they weren't in a break either. They weren't like, oh, I'm tired, I'm taking it out.
They weren't broken up,
Nope, not that I know of. I'm pretty sure they were still dating.
right? On the floor.
Yep, they were totally
Because
dating.
Cedric went over the top rope, hit AJ with a, what would you call that? Like a
Swan dive.
no, it would have been about 360.
I have-
Swan dive, but it was a flip. Because he hit him with his back.
Yeah.
And then Cedric landed right on his butt or ass,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. Right on the floor. That
Yeah.
hurt.
Wouldn't it? I mean, those floors can't be soft.
No, I mean, they're the wrestling mats, but they're only that thick. I don't know if you ever went to the wrestling mats in high school or whatever. They're
Yeah.
not that thick.
No, they're not. I've seen
I mean,
them.
they walk on them and they don't like sink.
Yeah, they don't.
So they're not that soft. And then he's going over the top rope
Yeah.
and landing on his ass.
Yeah.
Would you just go, that's like jumping off the porch and landing on the grass.
Ouch. No.
It might hurt your tailbone just to,
I'd probably break something. I'm old. I'm decrepit.
that's what AJ told Stone Cold.
Old fart.
Which is funny because AJ's like 41 or something.
Right?
It's not like AJ's a spring chicken. It'd be different if he was like 36 or something.
Whatever. It'd be different if he was like 24 saying it, you old fart.
Right?
Be, you know, like, oh yeah, he is.
They're almost contemporary.
Right? They're not too much. They're not too much, you know, between it or whatever. Ah!
The contract signing was exciting.
Tom said he can't wait for some other stuff. Joe said me too. So, Joe, right now we have Cedric and AJ Styles. Who do you think is going to win
Yeah,
this
who do you got
match?
in this match? We're waiting
Give
for
us a
Tom to tell us,
prediction.
but I think Tom's behind.
Yeah.
He's still.
Maybe he needs to fast forward what he's doing too. Because
Like
if
what
he
he's
said a
working on?
stunner for AJ, that's a while
That was a
ago.
while later, yeah. He's about 10 minutes behind.
Right? Something.
So by the time he
Crazy.
hears this, we're going to be watching Charlotte.
So Joe said, can't wait till this Sunday. I think it is Clash of Champions. Yes. It is, Joe.
We'll
It
be
is
doing
the
it.
Clash of Champions pay-per-view this Sunday, September 15th.
Yeah, we'll be going through some matches that are going to be on there. At least
Yeah.
are rumored to be on there.
And we are back from
We got it.
commercial break.
We got it back. Looks like AJ's got a bit of a lead right now, but
Alexander fighting back, understands an opportunity.
Oh, yeah,
If he can knock off Styles tonight, could be in the future for the United States Championship.
boom! Kick right to the
To the
head.
head. Ooh, what's going to happen? Oh!
And
Oh, snap.
Michinoku driver.
That seems like that could go
Oh,
wrong
driver.
really easily. Yeah, something like that.
You notice Cedric Alexander was only able to hook AJ's leg with
Oh,
one
screwdriver,
arm. The
make it
effects of
drink.
Styles' attack could have kept AJ in this match.
You still see that
I don't like
power that
AJ
Cedric
Styles gloves.
Alexander has when that
Is
Is
Therefore-
it because he looks like he has lobster claws?
Looks like he's doing the V.
He's got lobster
That's stunning
claws!
Styles. Can Alexander take advantage?
Looks like I gotta wear red and black gloves.
Alexander went for that.
It looks
back
like he has
elbow.
lobster claws.
Now he'll land on his feet.
I feel like he's
Balance
going
by
like
Alexander.
this.
This time he caught
Right,
with
that's
the
what I
point of
said.
the elbow in the chin.
But can you do it with
the
both
effect.
hands?
Cedric Alexander swinging with the injured left arm. Achieved the desired effect.
It reminds me of that show on Comedy Central.
AJ
The Lobster
down,
Man.
time
Oh.
They're in the future.
That's Anderson.
Anderson Gallo.
Oh, so
Yeah.
guess what? Cedric, nobody
So he
won.
won. No, he won.
Well,
That's disqualification.
Cedric won?
Cedric won by via disqualification.
Oh, I see, okay. So the OC
So OC
decided
is now
to come
beating
down
up Cedric Alexander
and
in the
beat
middle
up
of the
Cedric
ring.
Alexander.
AJ's getting up.
I'm not
We got a
sure.
3-on-1 beatdown.
Somebody's
Viking.
coming out to- Oh, the Viking Raiders are going to come
The
out.
big Viking Raiders are coming down to
I
beat
guess-
up the OC
I
because
guess
the
they're
OC
like-
is Joe's.
Right?
They just don't care about the OC.
Doesn't seem like it. Oh.
They're going to have him beat up AJ too?
They're going to beat up AJ? That's weird.
Frustration and anger on Styles and the rest of the OC.
Well,
Was that really a cartwheel? Would you consider that a
it
cartwheel?
was a semi-cartwheel. It's fine. It was a big old splash in the corner. Needed corner.
Wow.
Picks his own guy. What's he going to do here? He's going to drop him on him.
He's going to put his butt in his
350
head.
pounds a man.
Oh my god. But it
Cedric
wasn't...
kicks AJ down. Oh, it's going to be a triple or a three-way tag team.
Okay, it wasn't so bad that he like put his old man on him, but it was literally that guy's big old butt in his face.
Right. Could have been Dawson.
Saviors in the form of Eric and Ivar coming to stand beside Cedric Alexander.
Well, that's only if they would have shoved his outfit up his butthole.
Glorious DDT. So is this going to turn into a three-way or a six-man tag team match later?
Maybe. I don't know. Possibly, I guess.
Single elimination, King of the Ring tournament here tonight in Madison Square
Oh,
Garden.
they just moved right on from it, so I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen with that.
Joe, Ricochet, and Corbin tonight.
Woo!
Will decide who advances
Semifinals.
as Ricochet.
Who do you got in that one? Ricochet, Joe, or Corbin?
Tonight.
I don't know.
Who do you guys got?
And the man. Tonight, the Raw Women's Champ team.
We got the 4 horsewomen tonight. Becky and Charlotte versus Sasha and Bayley. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Here tonight on Monday Night Raw.
That's a lot of attitude.
Attitude.
Oh, there they are.
There's some attitude back there. She's wearing a different outfit tonight.
It's
Aww.
like tie-dye.
I heard Charlotte and Becky were walking around all mad because of what we did to them last week. Well, they should be mad. Just like we
Well, they
should
should
be
be
happy
mad.
because we're back together and there ain't no stronger connection than what we got right here.
The boss
That's
and
right.
hug connection.
Because we're going to take this to the ring and you can take that to the bank.
This to the ring and that to the bank.
It's going to be a little easy.
And the team they face tonight, these two women on your left, the man Becky Lynch on your right, the Queen, Charlotte Flair. It is about
Charlotte's like, let me put my peacock up. It fell back down.
On Monday Night Raw.
Like, let me cover my image here. Oh, Firefly Funhouse!
Funhouse? Anything from Bray? What's gonna happen here? Something? So, hi, Bray.
Hey, Bray.
I hope you're all excited, because later tonight, I'll be hosting a brand new episode of the Firefly Funhouse.
We'll be live in the ring.
Nicey.
That's it, just a tease?
Just a tease.
Just a little tease.
He's gonna be back later, though, with a new one.
NXT coming to USA on the 18th. A little bit of a tweak there.
For only like the first 2 shows or something, though.
Yeah, so until October 2nd, so from the 18th to the 2nd, well,
Yeah.
the 2nd one. So just the 2 shows that they're on USA for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
The first hour will be on USA, the second hour will still be on the WWE Network.
That's kind of a weird thing that he's doing. I don't get it, but I guess whatever.
I don't know.
What's it
Why?
supposed to accomplish?
Maybe they don't have a time slot yet, and they're trying to work the time slot in. I don't know what usually is on USA Network on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern. I don't know what they have there. But whatever they have there is going to fail in comparison to what they're going to get. Because they're going to get ratings. They're going to get at least 1 million people watching that every single night.
Right?
At least. Because Raw gets, 2.4 sometimes. I don't know what they're going to do tonight because of Monday Night Football.
Yeah, Monday Night Football does start tonight.
Yeah, it's on. And so people will probably be popping in to see what's up. Or they can watch football for themselves and watch us to get the wrestling updates.
Sweet.
Which is cool with me, I don't mind. I don't even know who's playing tonight. I watched a bunch of football games yesterday.
I know nothing.
But, whoa, that girl was creepy. Oh, it's supposed to be that way. I thought it was like the satellite. It's aliens and horseback riding.
Something's weird happening on our TV. It's a video game. Yeah, so, I don't know.
Yeah, so, I don't know. What don't you know? Or you just wanted to say
Everything about it, I don't know.
Right?
Oh, Monday Night Football, wrestling, all that great stuff.
Yeah, because NXT is going to be on USA for 1 hour for the next 2 weeks. And then they're going full-time 2 hours in October. And then you can't watch it that night on the network. At least I don't know if it's been updated. Things have changed, obviously, a little bit. But until Thursday.
Oh, right.
So you won't be able to watch it until the next day, which is silly. I think they should wait a whole week and have it that next Thursday, so it's 8 days later.
Oh.
That'd make a little bit more sense in my book, because then that way you would have to watch
Right.
it live, or you don't get to see it unless you DVR it.
Right.
And then if you've got the DVR, that's a perk, I guess, or whatever you'd call that.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm pretty excited about NXT, but I'm still going to be watching AEW, so I don't know how NXT is going to be watched by me even. Still might not even watch it. I would like to watch it, but I just can't figure out a way to do it. Unless you did the picture-in-picture thing, and then I think that would just be a little distracting.
Probably.
And
then you'd have to know everything that was happening in NXT and everything that was happening in AEW.
Right.
And then you'd have to know everybody in AEW's names, and then you'd have to know all the NXT people's names.
Right. AEW is pretty simple. I mean, after that pay-per-view, we kind of seen what was happening there. So, I mean, we're caught up. We're up to date. There's
Yeah.
nothing new that's happening. They're not going to do anything special.
Right.
Their next big pay-per-view is in November. It's the 9th. That's also the night of the Logan Paul and KSI fight. And that's supposed to be huge. They're selling out the Staples Center in Los Angeles.
Oh, jeez.
Where the Lakers play.
Anybody is into that.
It's literally, they're professional this time. There'll be no headgear. And it's a real boxing promoter. It's going to be like $100 million fight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, September is
because of their last pay-per-view, their last match I got it from McKenna.
So proud to once again be joining forces
now I'm
with the
pretty
Foundation
sure
for
it's
Connor's Cure.
Oh, I'm sure.
To help raise awareness for this terrible disease. Over the years, we've met the likes of Connor the Crusher and Super Messiah. These brave, courageous
actually,
some Macklemore. Thrift shop. Anybody? Thrift shop. Corey Graves says thrift shop. Ben says Ben came in. Ben.
Let's see which one we wanted.
Kind of a commercial. It's more along the what is it?
Connor's Cure. So I just have
Connor's Cure. A little bit. They came back and to Raw, and then they went to this to show us all the poor kids that are hopefully getting fixed.
Yeah. They're fighting for a cure. We got Roman Reigns on there trying to push. You know, stuff is super sad when it has to do with kids and adults. Like it's just
the superstars of tomorrow,
today.
All together.
Yes, he is.
All right, so we are back. Let's see what's going to happen. Are they going to go right with the girls?
I don't know.
No, it's Roman Reigns.
Mike in the chat. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Thanks
we got
for
Roman
stopping
Reigns
by.
coming down to the ring.
Roman Reigns is coming out. What's he gonna do?
So what's he gonna address the
Just
crowd
talk?
about last? Oh, he's talking
Is
about.
he gonna talk about
Connor's cure? He's got the shirt on. So we gotta hear what he has to say about the cure.
Talk about Connor's cure and all that fun jazz.
Nothing fun about it.
Fun jazz.
Except for the jazz. Well, that kid's bowing down.
That kid should do that.
So almost a year ago, I made my announcement that my leukemia had returned. And that's where I took my leave. And that night, through all your love and support, y'all gave me
He's probably in
the
a
strength
street
to
here, Mike, because he's going to talk about Connor's cure and cancer. He's not going to wrestle anybody. He shouldn't be wrestling anybody on here anyways. He's from SmackDown.
I'm just watching
It was
us.
all that love and strength
We're watching you, watching us,
that gave
watching
me
you.
the strength to change.
And I'm trying to see what that little thing in the corner, the little
and
chat
change
looks
my
like.
goals. You see, it was always about that ring.
I can't even
But there's more to this.
Stupid.
There's more to this platform. And for me, I said it that night is that I
So
wanted
I gotta
to use
figure,
this platform to
I
raise
gotta figure that
awareness.
out a little
I
bit
wanted
better.
to be
There's
able
got to
to
be
use
a way
the
to make it a little bit more
to
bold.
pay it
Because I've
forward
seen people
and
do it
create that
small.
momentum for others like you did for me.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Do it for others like you
So
did
over the
for
past few
me.
months, I've had the incredible opportunity to visit so many different pediatric cancer hospitals across the country. And
You go
not
to
too
Salt
long
Lake?
ago, I visited one right here in New York.
Probably not.
And man, y'all don't disappoint. They were awesome. And the fact that we knew we were going to be here for 2 nights in a row here in the Garden, I knew I had a great opportunity to see him again. But I
Monday
told
Night
myself,
Raw, listening in to
why
Roman
go to
Reigns.
them
Yes.
Talking
when
about
we can bring them to us?
Oh, is he going to bring the kids out?
He's gonna bring some kids out.
So tonight, we're going to use this platform and we're going to put the spotlight on their stories. And don't worry, it's all cheers because they're hometown products. They are from here in New York and New Jersey. Yes, sir.
Oh, how special.
My girl is excited to see herself.
Who wouldn't be excited to see themselves? Tom says, I agree. Sleeping time. Do you think these kids really like wrestling?
They're dressed like wrestlers. This guy's a luchador.
It's Antonio, their rival.
No, take your mask off! Antonio took his mask off.
Can't be a luchador anymore.
The mighty him.
Yeah.
Leo, the Red Ninja!
The Red Ninja. He's got some sort of contraption that looks scary in his head.
Yeah, it's like a
I don't know my
Death Star thing.
I don't know my
And the
wrestling.
main event, Liana Lily
The Terror. Lily Terror.
Lily Terror.
She's the main event.
It's the main event. Ah. how cute. All those little kids.
These little warriors have been through
five
the
of them
biggest
there.
fights of their young lives, and they're still standing here as strong as ever.
They're fighting a fight they shouldn't have to fight.
Right?
But our work's not done. You see, as we're showing their victories, there's still that are beginning their fight. And it's on us to help them. It's on us to support them and to have their backs. So please join me and believe in the fight and support tomorrow's superstars today.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
I get it.
They're not, like, how do you donate if you wanted to? Go to their
Maybe
website.
they'll throw it up there or something.
think they
Maybe
would have
the
a
Connor's
number?
Cure. Maybe if you go to the WWE
Well, I'm just saying, why
site,
is there
they're ConnorTheCrusher.com.
Right, but why isn't there a phone number thing to
They want to be in their battle.
That's like a big thing right now. They're doing that with the hurricane relief.
Help the superstars
Text,
of
whatever.
tomorrow.
Right?
Donated
For $5 or whatever.
Right? I don't know why they don't. Maybe they want to make you work for
Each and
it.
every September we do this, and again we ask for your help to try to beat this terrible disease.
There's just so much strength and power in those kids. And
What
being able
does
to see
Renee have on
That
under that
just touches
jacket?
you.
It looks like her left
Again, still plenty more out there tonight
It's
on
just like,
Monday Night Raw.
don't open the jacket!
Oh, pull your jacket open!
There might be a surprise!
Best
Clothing.
Bayley
Like a
and Sasha
toga.
Banks will team up.
But Ross like that, but she's got a jacket
And
over
the
her.
Queen, Charlotte Flair.
Maybe it's just cut really weird. I don't know.
So we came back from a commercial for just that segment, so
Yeah. We could have just kept it quiet that whole time.
and then just talked about what was happening. It's alright. People at home need to know what's happening on
Yeah, you can donate money to,
ConnorTheCrusher.com.
fight the
Uh,
cancer disease for kids.
pediatric cancer.
Yes.
Roman Reigns is one of their front runners.
Spokesperson.
Yeah, the spokespeeps.
Spoke peep. Well,
or
they
Connor
don't
the
have
Crusher.
John Cena anymore,
You
so
know,
they
it's-
gotta have somebody else.
It's crazy because it's Daniel Bryant was his guy. He was the one that hung out with Connor
Oh, yeah.
and walked around. But Daniel Bryant's not doing anything with it.
Huh.
I mean, he probably is behind the scenes, but
Right.
since he's a heel, we can't have him, anything to do with kids.
Right?
The kids would love that. I don't understand that myself.
Have him be a meanie pants out there.
Right.
Bring out Daniel Bryan and have him be all mean.
But then
Have him slap Roman Reigns while he's out there. Whack!
no.
I'll slap the cancer right back in you.
Oh my god.
So you
Not
can
being
go get
too
cured
PC
again.
No politically correctness tonight.
Who said anything about political correctness?
Not even close. Nobody said anything. It's not
He
mistaken.
has cancer. He may have it in remission right now, but there's always the chance it could come back. So technically, he still has cancer.
Right, everybody has that.
So there's not a real thing that you can't slap the cancer back into somebody.
Right, yeah. It's
You can slap him and then slap him again, slap it right back out of him.
scientifically
You don't know.
proven that you can't slap somebody and cause cancer.
Exactly. Anyways,
Charlotte and her little commercial.
did it say what was next? Is it the four ladies?
I would
next?
assume it is because that's who was talking before we went to the first commercial, before we came back to that.
Yeah, and they might have said next.
I would
before we
assume
went
that's
to
the main
actual commercial.
event, because unless
You
they're
would
going to
think-
put that triple threat match in the main event,
You think they'll do the King of the Ring triple threat?
I would
And then-
like to. I don't like to see the women main eventing, but I don't not like to see the main event as women.
Ugh.
But these are the four biggest women that they have.
Yeah, they're big.
This
women
is probably
already.
the four biggest women that the company has ever had all together.
They're like,
Because in the 80s you had Moolah, and Mae Young was she was before that.
Right.
Like she wasn't there in the 80s. There was like Wendy Richter in the 80s, so there wasn't a lot going on in the 80s. And then in the 90s they had a couple. They used to call them the Federal. What did they call them? Federettes. They had the Federettes.
That sounds terrible.
Well, because it was the World Wrestling Federation, so they were called the Federettes. And they were
That's a silly name.
right.
Holy crap.
And then I can't remember one of them. And then they had like Miss Elizabeth. She came down with Randy Savage. And Scary Sherry Martel. She came down Like, she was a valet for a long time, but she wrestled here and there.
Yeah.
But there just wasn't a lot of women wrestlers. Like, you would see one woman's match every blue moon.
Yeah. So it looks like we're going to have
Becky
a
Lynch.
4-women match right now. It's Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair versus Bayley and Sasha Banks. Who do you think is going to win this match?
Probably Bayley.
You think it'll be Bayley and Sasha?
They're not going to have Sasha lose.
Sasha Banks.
Before, I mean, she just came
Is she gonna get disqualified because she's gonna bring out a chair and beat the shit out of him?
Yeah, there could be that. Like, that stuff could happen. But, like,
Conceivable way.
they're
And
not
then she's
getting
gonna
pinned.
corrupt Bayley some more and give her a chair and they're both gonna beat the crap out of the other two.
Right, Charlotte and Bayley. Because that's what's led to this.
Yeah, chair beating.
Bayley's slow turn to the dark side.
Well, you know what happens. They have cookies on the dark side, so that's why everybody goes there.
Right, would make sense.
Because they have cookies. That's why I went.
You're in the dark side? You're on Team Bayley? Thanks.
I'd rather be on Sasha Banks, not Bayley.
No, nothing to do with Bayley. Bayley, they need to trade Bayley in for Alexa. And that would be a better 4-horsewoman in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Nobody's going to agree with it out there in the wrestling world. But
That it would have to be who?
Alexa Bliss instead of Bayley.
Oh.
But
She's more of a
Bliss,
witch.
but Bliss was left out.
Yeah. She has her own little problem going on. Her and Nikki Cross and what's their faces.
The Glamazons? Oh, I don't know.
No.
Fire and Desire.
Yeah, those two.
That's official.
Is it?
Yeah.
At matches?
Clash of the Champions.
Official!
Bayley. We forget we're watching
So
Monday Night Raw, but
excited.
you know what will remind you that you're watching Monday Night Raw? Recaps.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This is our first recap of the
lovely,
evening.
what the hell ever, we had one of those earlier too.
Did they have another?
It wasn't very long. But yeah. Recap.
The recaps have to last as long as the originals did,
Yes.
and then again, and again.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll get to see it all over again.
Well,
It's going to
hopefully.
be exciting.
Hey, this was last Tuesday
Yeah.
on SmackDown.
Yes.
Charlotte kicks her in the face with those heels on.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
She does. She knows how to do it.
So if you guys watched last week, it's just a recap of what's happened.
Yeah. It's a recap of what happened, and Sasha Banks comes down.
They sure like to recap everything.
I like that Raw likes to recap everything.
It's not
Because,
just
you
Raw,
know,
it's WWE.
I have no idea what's going on most of the time. So it's nice to be reminded of all the stupid shit that's happening
If you
in the
had-
world of wrestling.
If you had like that old person's disease, that Alzheimer's or Alzheimer's, whatever, you could watch WWE and be fine.
Right?
You'd always know what's going on.
Be awesome.
Every blue moon they have a match that wasn't like advertised. It was just a couple days. You're like, oh, who are these guys? But anymore, it's the Viking Raiders versus the fire department. But tonight they beat up the OC, so maybe it's going somewhere. Sasha got, or not Sasha, but Charlotte got hit in the boot with a steel chair like on last
I'm
Tuesday.
surprised it didn't pop it.
I think it hit her right under it in the ribs right there where the tattoo is. Crazy they brought those two out first. Now we got the boss. Just throw her hip. You can always tell what kind of moves she's in by how she throws her hip.
What? She hasn't started walking yet.
No, it's when she comes out, she'll toss them back, forth, back, and then throw that long foot. She didn't there. She just walked out and then just threw the long foot.
Maybe she couldn't because she was sharing her come out with Bayley.
Maybe.
Yeah.
When she walks down to the ring, she'll put one foot in front of the other. She's one of the rare women that do that on wrestling.
But
It's like a
Bayley's
runway
the champion, so.
See how she crosses her feet over?
After this Sunday, if Sasha Banks is able to knock off
She's not doing it right now.
Well, she's still walking on the tightrope.
Wow, they didn't even let him get to the ring. They came out of the ring and started attacking them.
So, the match has not started yet.
So, I thought that Bayley and Sasha were supposed to be the bad guys.
Bayley and Banks on the same page.
They are the bad guys.
Are they?
But the man's cleaning up now.
The man and Charlotte decided to come out of the ring to attack them on their way down to the
Right.
ring.
This
So-
match has definitely not started yet. We got
How is
Banks
that
and
correct?
Lynch
But they
is
play
in
by the
ring.
rules.
Banks and Lynch are in the ring. Now there's Bayley.
Yeah, beat them
There's a lot
up.
of bees in the ring.
There's a lot of bees in the ring.
Hey,
Boss
where's the
Bayley
queen?
Becky.
There's
Boss
the queen
Oh,
bee.
she got a chair.
The queen bee comes in with a chair, cleans house. Now we should be able to get this match started.
Is
They're
it
gonna
really
go to a
going to
commercial
start?
break.
I don't think it's going to do anything.
Well, they got to get it all ready. So they cut back from commercial to just bring them out so they could go to another commercial.
Oh,
They're
I'm
like, we
so
need a lot of
glad.
commercials tonight,
Just
everybody.
want to
because-
see more commercials. Oh, can we watch another recap when we get back? Because I forgot what's happening already.
You could forget what's happening,
I want
but
Dementia.
not on Monday Night Raw
Dementia
or
would be so much
SmackDown.
fun. You wouldn't even know what was happening. Everything would be new all the time.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, that pretty woman's getting beat up. Oh, that pretty woman's getting beat up.
We probably shouldn't make fun of Dementia. So
So,
let's
you
see.
can't
Tom said Sunny, Sable, Trish, Tori, Stacy, and Lita Ivory. What?
He's
No.
talking about the women's stuff as it came up,
Oh, the women's stuff you were talking about a minute ago.
right? Did he say Sable?
Yes, Sunny, Sable, Trish,
Yeah.
Tori, Stacy, and Lita Ivory. Let's see, and then Charlotte wins. Charlotte wins, I'm pretty sure. I don't see
Look,
that happening yet.
I don't see the
They haven't
boss
even
losing.
started a match, so, but, you know, I mean,
Or
You're
he might be
just
talking
saying
about
that-
Sunday.
I don't know. He
Not
might be
tonight.
talking about the fact that we asked to predict who was going to win.
Yeah, this match, I don't see Banks losing right now.
Loser.
And are they going to have the champion get pinned? I guess no, they're just not going to do it. It's not happening.
They can't even start the match for crap's
Right.
sake.
Something crazy is going to happen.
Somebody got all excited and angry and jumped out of the ring and we're like, we're going to go attack them while they're just coming down the ramp.
Yeah. But at the pay-per-view, I could see Charlotte winning. But if she wins, they better keep that belt on her for like 2 years.
Right.
I don't want to see her losing it and gaining it and losing it and gaining it. I don't mind her being champion. I'm actually okay with Charlotte being the champion.
As long as it's a long-term thing.
But I want her to
Like-
be the
Like
champion.
all this short-term championship shit, it's like they can't make up their mind who they're, no,
Like,
who
have
do we
her-
want to have be the champion tonight? Let's take a draw out of a hat.
Have her lose the title at WrestleMania 40. 36 is coming up.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, give it to her for a long time.
Right.
Like, let her be the longest reign. Well, she would never be the longest reigning. She'd have to hold it for like 20 years. Because I think Moolah had it for 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why, like, when people
She
say
held
that
the championship for 20 years?
or something like that, it was like 21 or 19 or something. It was somewhere
How is
right
that
around.
even possible?
Because nobody could beat her.
How did they not beat her?
Well, remember what I was saying about women's matches? There was probably like 2 a year.
Oh, yeah, I can see. Oh,
And
okay.
so
That makes sense.
they were kind of more like they would put her in main event type matches at the time.
Right?
But we are back. Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you guys know that Madison Square Garden is the only venue in the world to have hosted WrestleMania 3 times? 3. It's the world's most famous arena. 3.
I don't know.
Oh, they finally started the match. We got back and
We
they
actually
started
have a
it.
match.
All of them are in the ring. And Sasha's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Touch it.
No touchy. Not touchy. Stay in your little corner.
Bayley is in the ring now. So
So-
the boss wanted nothing to do with the Lynch.
I guess
And
not.
she tapped out. Well, she hit in the corner a couple
Well, who
times.
would want anything to do with that weird ass outfit anyways? Jesus. I bet the reason why she doesn't want Becky Lynch touching her is because then her ickiness of her outfit might get on her.
so much jealousy for Sasha Banks.
Because that has something to do with that.
I bet it
I
does.
thought you were going to say the cooties that she got from Seth.
Oh, that too. Ew.
Kirby Simplex team.
Kirby Simplex team.
Everybody got from Caitlyn. Or whatever his name was.
Ew. Right? We don't have Luke in here giving us the
I know.
lowdown on
He's probably watching Monday Night Football.
Probably is. Maybe one of his teams is
Well,
there
the Chiefs
tonight.
played yesterday.
Oh, yeah, so I wouldn't do that. Oh. Bayley's just getting her butt beat by Becky Lynch.
Yeah, they're outside the ring. We got a 4 horsewoman match. It should be pretty exciting. But right now,
Not sure. All she did was get her back in the ring and then just pretend to lay on top of her. It's
we
worse.
pretend to. She laid on top of
She
her.
pretended. It was all a pretend.
It didn't really happen.
Now she like tagged Charlotte in. So Charlotte's like, I'm gonna push
Charlotte's
you around.
in. Woo! So Charlotte's doing weird slaps with faces. Charlotte's body.
Yeah, she's just so weird looking. I feel bad for her.
Because she's not built like a woman.
Well, yeah, she's so awkward looking.
And she's very non-fluid in her movement.
And she's trying really hard by making herself more feminine by doing boobies and making
She's
big
got
old
bigger
boobies.
boobs and her butt's coming around because she does a lot of squats.
Yeah,
But it's not going to give her hips.
right.
And that's what she's missing. She's missing a womanly figure.
Becky needs to work on some squats for her ass because her ass is starting to look bad.
Yeah, she's gaining some weight. I've noticed that over the last year or so.
Which is okay. I mean, it's okay she gains weight, but you don't want to see her go to nothing because she's gaining her weight.
Right.
Like, I don't want her to see her let herself go and not keep, you know, her body. I mean, Jesus Christ, Bayley's got a bigger butt than she does.
Bayley has a big butt.
She does have a big butt.
There's nothing wrong with Bayley's butt.
No.
She's got other assets also.
Now they're just beating the crap out
They
of
got her in the
Flair.
corner. Flair's beaten. 1, 2. Nope, just a 1 count.
Gosh, she got out of that real quick. She's like, alright, let's do this then.
Big old forearm to the chest.
Tom said something about she got a bruise. So I'm guessing that Charlotte got a bruise from the chair hit, what we were talking about
under
earlier.
her too.
On her
Left side.
chest area.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it hit just right below because she went to grab down there. The camera work was atrocious that night.
Yeah.
I tried to watch it in slow motion.
Like Becky's pants.
She looks way better when she wears skirts, those skirts that she used to wear.
Yeah, when she was wearing steampunk stuff.
Yeah.
When she was wearing steampunk stuff, I thought Becky was awesome. But then she changed to this garbage and I fucking hate
Are you
it.
talking about when she had the goggles on?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Her fucking steampunk crap was so cool. And then she went to this.
Yeah, that red and yellow probably don't go together. The orange and
Her orange hair.
I didn't even think about that. The yellow on there. Oh, Bayley's mocking the queen.
Yeah, mocking.
Yeah. Doing the Ric Flair. Actually, she's not even mocking Charlotte. She's mocking Rick.
But, you know,
But
Charlotte wants
copies-
to be her dad.
Right. She wants
So
to.
why not, right?
She wants to be where she's at.
So Tom is saying that Becky and Charlotte's taking page out of my playbook.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Because Tom has playbook.
Does he?
Like an NFL team.
Nice.
Alright.
He's like, you gotta break it. You can't keep choking her on the rope.
Nope.
I'll throw her
Chokies.
into the turnbuckle then. Go, Sasha.
Only Seth can
Pull
do
her
the
hair.
chokies.
Pull her hair.
The man's fighting out of the corner.
Whee.
Bayley tries to get her with the slam.
Oh.
Oh, back neck breaker.
No.
Now both of them are just laying on the floor.
Charlotte's very upset.
Pacing like a lion on the outside of the ring.
I want to go in.
The
Hurry
boss
up.
wants in. There's the boss. Here's the hot tag to Charlotte. Clothesline.
Oh, what?
Boss is back up. Close one.
That was a
Sasha back up.
weird,
Woo!
very weird running stance from Sasha.
Woo!
HDC players.
There he is.
Hello. Hi, HDC.
We're watching
Nice
the
to
Four
see ya.
Horsewomen tag team match.
Yeah, we've got
Bayley and the Boss versus Charlotte and Lynch.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Lots of B's in this one,
And
except for the C.
they attacked them outside of the ring before
Charlotte
the
just
match
got the hot
started.
tag.
And it was stupid.
Charlotte just cleaned house. Now she's going after the Boss. The
Oh,
Boss moves
she
out of the
missed her.
way.
Oh, she got her. Oh.
Backbreaker.
Oh, right into
Throw
the
her right
turnbuckle.
into the
She might have
turnbuckle.
lost a tooth.
The Boss is very upset.
She's looking like other things.
My pretty face. Oh!
Wow.
Sasha lands on her feet.
Neckbreaker.
No!
Yep.
She's saying
It's a
no!
long spinning neckbreaker. That was quite a delay there.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Why is there such a delay? Oh,
I have
and the
no
neckbreaker.
idea.
I
She's
just didn't know what they were
tired.
doing.
Well, it was from earlier when they jumped out of the ring
Charlotte's
to
yelling
attack
at the
him.
referee. Let's go! Pick up the pace!
You need to count faster.
You need to count like Shane McMahon.
1, 2, 3. And done.
And Elias.
So far in this tag match.
There it is.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend in this
That's, well, this is the bank statement.
Ooh, got her in her
She's got her in the
hole.
bank statement.
Yeah,
Oh,
Charlotte's
Charlotte
gonna get
spun
out of it,
I don't know what the hell she's got her in now.
though. I don't know.
Oh, she's going to roll her up into the figure 4.
Is she gonna get her?
She's got her locked in.
Locked it in.
Is she going to keep it?
She's going to fall out of her blouse. Bayley.
Bayley almost did it. Oh!
Oh,
Bayley
Bayley
knocked Becky into her own person.
knocks
Oh.
Becky, and then Becky breaks up Charlotte's figure 4. I guess it was going to be the figure 8. Looked like
guess.
a wardrobe malfunction waiting to happen.
Yeah. Wardrobe malfunctions everywhere.
Well, one would have happened.
I don't think so. They're pretty much tucked in there pretty good.
Let's fall up.
No. Not those kind of shirts. That don't work.
Critical point here.
Well, it's fun for watching at home.
Yes.
And they look to
Fun
regroup.
watching at home.
Ooh!
Ooh.
The double knee. See, I told you that she does that. That's what I call it, her move.
The double knee.
Yeah. So
Nice.
we're back to commercial. So, Ric Flair is suing WWE because he wants rights to the man.
Ric Flair's stupid.
So, I guess Charlotte's pretty upset at her Faja.
You know, if it was such a big stinky
Faja.
frickin' deal
Faja.
to begin with, then he would have done it a long time ago, because it's not like it was just yesterday they decided to call Becky Lynch the man. If he had such a goddamn problem with it, he should have said something to begin with when they said, hey, we're going to start calling her the man, and instead of that, they're like, oh, we're not going to do this, and he's like, well, I'm going to wait at least a year or so before I say anything. What a freaking retard. Seriously.
Faja.
Who does that? I'm gonna
Ric
go
Flair.
and sue the WWE because of a name
Well-
that I wasn't called all the time.
He asked for a little bit of the profit off the top, and they basically told him no. Or look, I guess what they've been doing is ignoring him over the last year. Like, they've been kind of putting it off and pushing him to the side, just kind of ignoring it, hoping it goes away. And so finally he's filing suit, is the room, or I don't know how true it is.
Douchebag.
But anyways, so Charlotte's supposedly mad at him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure she's doing that so she can keep her push.
Right.
Like, you know, well, I'm mad at him. I told him not to do it.
Well, it's just stupid. And I
you're
mean,
like-
in all reality, it's like, okay, so, are you gonna go after anybody that uses nature in their name? Boy in their name?
So,
Is he gonna go after anybody that uses Flair in their name?
so the let me say something.
Anything else?
So the Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers, was the Nature Boy. And then Ric Flair used that at a tribute, and that's where that
Oh,
came
so
from.
he used it at a tribute for somebody else?
Yeah, from an old school.
Did he pay for it?
Mm.
Did he own it? Did he say, oh my gosh, I'm going to borrow this, and then I'm going to say it's mine?
To be the man, you have to beat the man. And
And how many years of his career did he use that?
to be the man, you have to beat the man?
Yeah.
30. That was his thing.
That was all his thing?
Yeah, I mean, he said that probably since 1976.
So then if it was such a big deal, why didn't he just patent it?
I don't know, maybe he does. I know that he has some sort of rights to it, and that's why.
And the thing of it is, they're not using his saying, they're only using the man.
Right. But he is the man, because to be the man, you have to beat the man, and he's the man.
No, he just has a saying.
To be the man, they have
So was he called Ric Flair the Man?
No, he was called Slick Rick, or the Nature Boy.
Oh, so he wasn't called that. He just said that. He just had a saying that he said, his little intro saying, but he was never called that. So he has no grounds for anything. Absolutely nothing.
The dirtiest player in the game.
Okay.
Slick Rick, the Nature Boy.
Was he called Ric Flair the Man?
The Man Ric Flair.
The Man Ric Flair?
I'm sure it was
the man,
said
was he?
at some point, but it wasn't what he called him.
Exactly. Becky is called the Man. That is her name. That is basically her ring name. So if that wasn't his fucking ring name, then he has no grounds for anything. What a dumb bastard. I hope they slap him down so hard.
You're disrespecting the greatest of all time.
I really don't give a shit. He's stupid. Yeah, because he's an old fart. Yeah, he's an old fart and he's stupid.
Respect your elders.
You can go on the WWE.com and check out Becky's commercial.
Yeah, her one where she comes down through the roof.
No.
She hasn't
They popped something up on there, but
NXT coming to USA Network next Wednesday.
yeah,
A week from this Wednesday.
for 1 hour.
1 hour, and then 1 hour on the WWE Network if you want to watch both hours.
Yeah. So as of right now, we have Bayley and Charlotte
On Monday Night Raw, 9919 live.
live.
I just like saying 9919. It's the last day I'll ever be able to say it.
Well, you'll get to say 9/19/19.
Wow, I'll be fine. Actually, I don't think I will. Is that on a Monday?
I don't know.
Probably not.
The 15th is on a Sunday, so you figure it out.
No, it's 4 days after that.
Doesn't mean you still can't say it, just
Well, I
because it's
can
not on
say
the
it, but
internet.
I keep saying it on live stream TV, or whatever they call it.
Oh, foiled by a knee to the face. Yes, it was her
All right,
face.
Charlotte.
Oh,
A little
into
trip.
the ropes.
Hot tag. Becky Lynch is coming in. She's gonna clean
like,
house.
"I'm so
Clothesline. Hits Bayley on the outside.
No, boss.
Oh, yeah, the boss.
She
Sasha.
hit Bayley inside
Yeah.
the ring.
Clothesline.
Yeah. They're not going to be able to use those little
European
cards.
uppercuts.
They're going to have to keep those cards to themselves.
As they say, the man.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants a piece of the pie.
You know, that's patented. You know, it's trademarked.
Sasha coming into the ring and delivers the Bexploder.
The Bexploder.
What?
Bexploder.
Gonna take it high risk.
That sounds stupid.
Exploder, but Bexploder.
Really? They call it that?
Bexploder, yeah.
Oh my god. That is so dumb. Oh.
Kick to the chesticles.
Oh.
For the moment.
Ooh, Becky's like, I'm so awesome.
Becky is awesome.
Look at me.
She's a glass kicker.
The trademark tenacity of Bayley.
Oh, I'm sure that's trademark too.
There it is. Belly. Oh.
No.
Going for the belly to belly and Becky looking for the disarmer.
Oh, backstabber.
Wait.
It's done. This is where Charlotte.
Ooh.
So
I don't know.
we got some chaos going on.
We
in the
have
ring.
2 people on the ring that shouldn't even be in the ring.
Becky got hit with a backstabber. Sasha got kicked with a big boot to the face by Charlotte. Charlotte's laying down in the middle of the ring. They're trying to get the boss up off the ground, Sasha.
Yeah. So
Bayley.
they can do something to Charlotte.
Yeah. It's a
Oh.
double snapmare. Oh, Charlotte got out of it. Becky's
She's
going on
landed on her
top.
feet.
Right now. Knocks through. Becky Lynch.
Double drop
They
kick.
just stood there and waited for her to kick him.
Bayley gonna get pinned? Because Bayley's the only one that I could see getting pinned.
Right. Well, she's going to go up on the stuff there, I guess. And
Charlotte's
Charlotte's like,
in.
I'm going to tag you.
Becky, there's the leg drop.
Leg drop.
And
Charlotte.
we're gonna do another one.
Charlotte's fun to watch. Watch this. This is gonna be
She
fun.
looks terrifying
Watch
up there.
Woo! Oh, she missed it. 1,
Oh.
2. Banks breaks it up.
She gets dragged to the outside by Lynch.
What? What? I don't even know what's going on. This is just a clusterfuck of stupid happening right now.
Well, she had to do that. They had to break it. The disarmer's on.
Yeah, right in the shoulder
Soft on
blade.
the outside of the ring. I want to call her Banks. Oh, Charlotte missed the world.
Oh, yeah.
I think she was supposed to drop kick her.
I don't know what was happening. Oh, ouch. Bayley
German
just
suplex
threw
on the
Becky
ground.
into the...
All 4 women are down on the outside of the match. Outside of the ring, sorry.
Yeah, on the match outside.
Getting to be an exciting match on the outside. It's picking up momentum. Well, they put a commercial right in the middle of it and kind of slowed it down.
Yeah. Maybe not for the people there.
Bayley's pushing Charlotte back into the ring. Bayley's trying to get some work done. She's going up to the top. Charlotte's down right in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Bayley almost
she dragged
fell.
her in there.
There's the big elbow drop right on Charlotte's knees.
Ooh.
And this is where Charlotte's gonna pin Bayley.
Is she?
If she's gonna. Here it is. This is her move. Oh! Banks is behind her, grabs her by the weave.
I like the hair pulling.
Oh!
Banks should do that.
Big right hand.
Ooh.
Charlotte just about rolled up.
Oh, she kicked out of it.
There it is. It's over.
Oh.
That's natural selection. 1, 2, 3.
So they let them win.
Right, but not Boss didn't get pinned. She's on the outside of the ring. We knew she wasn't going to get pinned. She just came back.
Yeah.
Bayley's the weak one out of the 4. Like I said, that's why it would be better if Alexa Bliss was in the 4.
I don't know. Tom said what happens now the seed is good when they jump in before match started. I don't know what you're asking. I'm just
big forearm. So, we got Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. Wins this one.
Barf.
Oh, you wanted Bayley and the Boss.
I don't want any of them to win. I wanted them to bring in some chairs and hit each other with them.
It's not over.
Whatever it is, too.
It's not over. They're putting the baby faces over right now.
Ugh.
So they're pushing Charlotte as a face a little bit here. Charlotte's doing a weird clapping hand over her pen thing.
King of the Ring tournament will continue. 16 men started single elimination. We are down to the semifinals which start tonight.
Especially when
for the first time ever, a triple threat match will decide who advances.
yeah, I highly doubt anything else is going to happen to you. Like, they're already going into the next step.
Samoa Joe and Baron
Triple threat match. King of the Ring semifinals. Woo!
you never know.
Firefly Funhouse tonight on Raw.
Brand new scary episode always creepy. Firefly Funhouse.
Creepy.
Oh my
Gonna
goodness.
be fun.
And it's still to come tonight.
Lots of fun.
Still to come tonight.
We kick things off tonight with the glass breaking and the Texas Rattlesnake Hall of Fame.
Oh, I'm like, what's glass breaking? They're launching a ship.
Yeah, they are. They're launching a ship.
For the Universal Championship match.
I don't know what Renee has on in it.
Champions Austin Strowman.
I almost feel like she's going to breastfeed a baby or something.
By the OC and AJ Styles. We don't want to
Right?
get the
Hey, look.
all riled up,
Yeah.
you know, like
They're giving us.
Yeah, because they don't have enough
Recaps.
wrestling, so they have to recap it.
They're giving us recaps that already freaking happened tonight.
Right?
Wow! Thanks so much,
They should
Raw.
recap the whole week.
They should just recap everything that's happened so far so that I can keep up with it, because I'm so lost in everything that happened.
I think they play it like nobody's watched wrestling ever.
I haven't ever watched it. I wonder if I miss a boring sometimes.
What's new? Well, let me tell you.
I don't know. This is what happened earlier tonight. Oh my gosh, let's show it again. Here's some more highlights.
Watch the birdies. Watch the birdie. Oh, they cut him out. They cut him out of the highlights.
Well, that's just stupid. Better be careful, he's gonna hurt himself.
Like Brett, my buddy Brett today, on Saturday.
Yeah.
He was riding his horse, and it didn't buck him off, but it got spooked and it turned really fast.
Oh no!
And he went to try to stop it, and he threw his right leg out a little bit and tore his hamstring off his pelvis.
Universal Championship contract signing. And your match against Cedric Alexander.
Oh my
God!
What?
That's terrifying.
He's all crippled up now. You come over to Dale, the zombie walk.
Poor guy. That sucks.
The OC runs this place.
Yeah, the OC,
The OC
runs it.
sucks, and it's too bad.
Look at him
they
behind
shouldn't.
him. They're like,
We got beat up by
What?
the Vikings.
look at these guys.
It's the OC. You know, the guys that run
You
the
beat?
place.
The guys that run the place.
Looked like that earlier tonight. Yeah.
The glorious show-offs
Yeah, the glorious show-offs.
against the OC tonight.
Yeah.
Could it be a match?
To the best
I don't know.
Kind of a no-brainer if you ask me. We have some enemies in common, and you know that. I know that. Tonight, you will be taking care of business one way or another.
One way.
So they all have the same enemies?
Yeah.
Where do you stand, brother?
They're wrestling Braun and Seth at the pay-per-view for the titles.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah. All 5 of them are going to attack them later tonight.
So now they're buddies?
Yeah, for right now. They're glorious show-offs.
Great.
619 Rey Mysterio.
It's the Rey
Versus-
Mysterio match.
Yeah, against Grand Metalik.
Metalik. Is this his comeback from his retirement match?
Yeah, this is his first match back since he retired 3 weeks ago.
Is he going to beat him?
Yeah, he should have won this. But it could be a good match. I was thinking that they should take Rey, start him with a feud with one of these guys, and then have his son jump him.
Oh. And then his elbow hurt because his son hates him now?
Right.
Whoa, I thought you wanted me to stand here
Well, it would be the way to put his son over
I wanted
as
you
a
to
heel.
stand here and wrestle so
His-
that I can take over.
It would move his son as a heel.
He's a goat.
His son.
No, him.
Oh, the greatest of all time.
Yeah, it says that on the back of his shirt.
Undertaker tomorrow.
Woo!
SmackDown Live. That's going to be interesting.
Why are
At
they having
8,
him
7
on there?
Central.
What's going to happen with that?
I don't know.
I mean, seriously, what are they going to do? Have him
Maybe
just come out
Bray
and be all
Wyatt
weird
come
or
down
something?
and beat him up again or something.
Ugh, are they really going to have Bray on SmackDown now?
No.
I
I
don't
just want Bray in
know.
every segment of every match.
I don't know, then you get tired of him and
I
then
know
you don't want to see him anymore.
what I would do. But I'd never not want to see him. I just don't like the idea that they're probably going to have him wrestle at Elimination Chamber or whatever. It's not Elimination Chamber. Hell in a Cell for the title and then lose.
Right.
Because he's not beating Seth. And are they going to put him on? Are they going to strap him up already? Are they going to put a title on Bray and then obviously he'll keep it all the way through into Mania?
I have no idea.
Because
It's
you wouldn't want your champion to lose before Mania.
Right.
And so you'd have to do, whoever wins the Royal Rumble, which would be Seth Rollins,
Mm-hmm.
right? I just don't see how that would play out if Bray won it. I would like to see Bray champion, but at the same time, I would rather him just be Bray Wyatt for a while.
Right.
Or maybe win the Royal Rumble and go on that way.
Right.
Because if he won the Royal Rumble, they could always have him wrestle The Undertaker again. Like if you wanted to fantasy book it, have him wrestle Kane right now.
Right.
So have Kane come down and kind of beat him up a little bit. So it's kind of the monster versus monster thing. Then at the, in a month or so at Hell in a Cell, have him wrestle Kane and beat Kane. And then have The Undertaker show up. And then start building that up just a little bit here and there to Mania. And then have him beat The Undertaker at Mania to put him over. And then, start 2020 with him as a top guy, and then say at SummerSlam or whatever he wins the title.
Right.
That's how you build Bray up. You don't just throw him against Seth and have him lose. And
Why? That's what they've
6
done the
weeks.
whole time they've had him.
Right.
They just do all kinds of stupid shit.
With Bray, like, he is his own entity. If they just leave him alone and let him just develop it,
Yeah.
it could go big. It could
Right.
be The Undertaker. And so why not allow that to happen? Why not allow him to be the next great big main event on its own without a title as Bray Wyatt?
Mm.
Like they do The Undertaker. The Undertaker's his own match at WrestleMania. Did I lose you?
No.
Oh, I feel like I'm losing your energy.
Ugh. No, this whole Raw's losing my energy.
You're not having a fun time with this
No, not really.
one? I think it's a good one.
Really? You really do? You think it's good, huh?
Yeah, we don't have the chatters, but at least we're not reading.
Oh, it's Tom, and I said everything when they jumped in before the match started, and then he said what, and that's it.
What?
There's nothing more.
What?
Hey, we're back
Brent Metalik.
with Rey Mysterio and some guy with a really weird thingy. He's from the Lucha House Party.
Yeah, Brent Metalik.
At
He
least
might be
won't-
smaller than Ray.
At least he won't like try to rip off his face mask.
Shouldn't. This should be a fun little moving match. This will get your blood pumping.
Alright.
What, are you just out of it mentally or something?
We'll pretend that it will.
See, Metalik.
Metalik.
Very similar start to both of these.
Underlay. Wait, that's not how it goes.
619.
In his native Mexico, where at one time he simultaneously held 4 championships in one promotion.
What's that mouse's
Brent
name?
Metalik is the real deal. He maybe hasn't tasted the success
The one that goes really fast.
desired here in WWE.
Why can't I think of the mouth?
Could be the night that propels him to the next level.
Speedy Gonzalez.
So much buzz online leading up to
Gotta
this
think a
matchup
little
tonight
bit.
on Monday Night Raw.
Hey, look, he's got 2 snakes on his boat.
Luchas at this point right now under
Are they
the
question marks?
Why were you-
Well, let's see, Tom. What's going on right now? We've got Rey Mysterio and
Rey
Gran
Mysterio.
Metalik in the ring having a big old match
Monday
together.
Night
You
Raw.
should probably turn it up a little bit. It's kind of low in the volume area, and there's no music playing.
Right.
So, Gran Metalik is part of the Lucha House Party,
Yeah, they're having a good old match right now.
and they're jumping around, doing kinds of thingies, jumping, and
Both little guys, they're just flipping and flying over each other. Lots of gymnastics.
The Lucha Libre style is happening.
Yeah, they're actually not doing any wrestling. They are just doing gymnastics.
He's like, no,
There's
no,
Ray.
no.
Ray with the wrestling move.
Ooh, he got caught.
That's what I keep hearing.
He's gonna turn it around and Hurricane Rana. 619.
Threw him right into the rope. That guy's like, I'm really tired. Oh, he
He
missed.
ducked it.
Okay, ducked right out of
Rolled
the
him up. He's in the ropes.
Ooh.
At 2 by Mysterio. What about Rey Mysterio?
He does that
Before you
one
start
guy's
thinking
thing,
about retirement,
Mambo or
thinking
whatever
about
his name is.
hanging
Yeah.
up the
The
mask,
NBA
as he
player.
said.
Oh, Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah, Mutombo, that's his name.
Like a calendar, you understand Rey Mysterio feeling like winding down his career.
No,
Watch
my
what Mysterio is still capable
house.
of to this day in the ring.
He
It's
does
almost
it, the guy in white.
unbelievable,
Right.
unfathomable
He does
that
it
Rey
to
Mysterio-
Ray
He just said
the whole time.
unfathomable.
That's it.
What?
Unfathomable.
Without fathom.
Without fathom.
If your heart's not in it, it's a good way to get hurt.
Without
Here's
fathom.
Metalik now as
He's like, what was
Mysterio
this?
trying
He's
to-
I love
like,
that
let me go.
cartoon. I should probably watch that
There
cartoon.
is Seth Metalik, and he is hard back
Yeah,
to his
it's a
neck
good
on
one.
the apron.
Right?
And then
Megamind.
down to the
Who wouldn't
floor.
want to watch
Without
Megamind?
fathom.
An atrocity.
Right.
Hey, look at that.
Hello.
Take a risk.
Over the. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Gran Metalik with a big kick to Ray's face.
Ooh.
Ray's down on the outside.
Just kicked the teeth out of Mysterio.
Ah,
Can't give it a
no.
20-20
Ray's gonna
this
have to get
one.
dentures if he doesn't already have them.
Looking to knock off the legendary
He is
Rey
45.
Mysterio here.
Oh,
Look out.
Oh my god.
Oh!
I thought he was going to miss that.
He landed it.
Maneuver more
Yeah,
spectacular
barely.
than the last.
Is he going to try to rip off his thing
Mysterio
again?
No.
was knocked
Oh, okay.
badly by that
I was
super
gonna say,
kick. Yeah, the
don't do
referee's
that.
out there to check on him. I think that
I
Ray
think
is
so. Ray's
Take a
hurt.
look at this. He's taking another look at the right now.
Yeah, Ray's hurt.
I don't think Metalik was supposed to do that.
He's okay. The referee got back in the match.
Yeah.
Well, he landed right here and his head turned completely sideways.
Yeah. Well, the thing of it was is that Grand Metalik, you could tell he messed up.
Yeah.
When he hit the rope,
that was a big old one.
When he hit that rope, he just kind of didn't, you know.
Right. It's right here. So over the top.
Yeah, see how he messed up right there?
And then lands right down on top.
Yeah. But Ray got his head right under his butt just enough, though,
Right.
that
Well, I was
he
thinking
didn't
it
get
hurt.
hurt. If it would have, if he would have kept, if he hadn't moved his head underneath further and kind of come up between his legs a little bit, he would have probably pushed his head over like this and could have done some damage.
To knock off Rey Mysterio tonight on Monday Night
Tom
Raw
said I'm
before
getting
the
some
entire
weird phone messages.
WWE
That's why I was calling who won match.
Charlotte and Bayley.
Yeah.
There was the Lucha House Party with Grand Metalik.
You're a
As
weirdo,
Mysterio now
lady.
sends Metalik into the
Your
second turnbuckle
crush
face
pinned
first.
your other crush.
Horseman saying Kalisto
Your old crush.
job security
Got beat by your new crush.
right out to the apron.
She hit her with natural selection in the center of the ring and pinned her 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Which sets up for Clash of the Champions.
Rey Mysterio.
And now we have Rey Mysterio and Grand Metalik.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one.
They've been jumping around and doing all kinds of moves and flipping and throwing and
Big old boot to
kicking
the face.
and
There
Rey's
you go.
keeping up.
Oh!
I think it's nice that they aren't putting him with a big guy though, because I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest problem is they always put him with those big guys and then you can't really do all these moves with
Obviously,
them.
the stakes were at an all-time high.
So I'm kind of glad they finally put him with somebody who can do the same kind of moves, keep up with them. It's not slow and boring. You know, they don't take a lot. I mean, the breaks they're taking are on the top ropes, hitting each other in the head with their heads.
Right. Yeah, they're on top. Here it is. Watch this. It's going to be a Frankensteiner off the top.
Woo! Wow. Oh, they can't have him
1,
lose.
2. Oh, 2.5.
Out. Oh, wow.
That Metalik delivered with this Hurricane Rana as Rey's on the ropes. Look at the impact, just ferocious. When Rey crashed down and Grand Metalik nearly picked up the biggest win of his career.
Grand Metalik just keeps bringing that fight to Rey Mysterio,
All
not
right.
giving Rey a move to get advantage.
There he goes. Rolls him up into a pile driver or DDT. Or not even that. It's a powerbomb. That's the word I was
Imagine the
looking
snap
for.
that Metalik delivered on the Hurricane Rana. Rey just answered it and raised him one. Take a look at this. Up and over. Rey able to adapt into a
1,
sunset bomb.
2.
Just
Oh,
planted Grand Metalik in the
2.5.
center of the ring. What a match this has been here tonight between these two luchadors. And Mysterio catches Metalik, drives him back a bit. Rey Mysterio will send
And here's the
Oh, is he going
619.
to hit it this time? Because he ducked it the last
Yeah,
time.
he's getting it this time.
He got him with the
Boom.
619. Go, Ray. Got him set up.
Going up to the top rope.
Yeah, what's he going to
He's
do?
going to end it right here.
Hi-ya!
5-star frog splash. 1, 2, 3.
Yay, Rey Mysterio won. Good for him. Good job, Ray.
Rey Mysterio.
And you don't have some weirdo trying to rip off his mask.
Yeah!
You don't like Andrade ripping off his mask?
I don't like that. I think it's stupid. I mean, I get the whole disrespecting, but it's just
and all to be ashamed of.
He's going to help him up and shake
yeah,
his hand.
yeah. The rest like you can't. We're done. Can't, you know.
This is the part that got scary.
Yeah. See, watch his head real quick. See, he got it right. He just barely tucked his head back under, or else it would have been ugly. It could have been ugly right there. But he tucked his head right away, and so he kind of saved himself. I think he kind of knew it was going to happen
3 or 100.
when he came off the rope, because you could tell that when he came off the rope, he kind of wasn't doing a very good job. He was kind of.
Look, he's helping him out. Shaking his
so.
hand.
I mean, that's how Rey Mysterio is, right?
Yeah. It's all about respect.
Yeah.
Basically bowed to him. Metalik's bowed to him. Like, thank you for letting me have the match.
Right? That's how those luchadors are, though. That's how their wrestling is, anyways.
Right.
Then I
That's
know.
later tonight. Ricochet, Samoa Joe, Baron Corbin. And in the bag, we got Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman.
We have Seth Rollins
Hey, there's
using the
Cedric
talk
Alexander.
thing like this. Are they talking about his beard? Do you think Seth is all jelly of Braun Strowman's big old beard?
Maybe.
Because he can't grow a big beard like that?
He probably could, but he's a pretty boy type.
Yeah, he's so gross. I hate him.
So, next week we got Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman.
Did you see that lady's dress?
Yeah. I was going to go over some of the Clash of the Titans. Or
Okay.
Clash of the
Champions?
Champions pay-per-view match. So we got Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman that we know of. We got Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton. We got Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks. We got Bayley and Charlotte Flair. We got Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan. What's happening there with Daniel Bryan? We don't know yet, so that should be cleared up tomorrow. We got Shinsuke Nakamura alongside Sami Zayn as his mouthpiece versus The Miz.
The Miz. Awesome!
We got Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
So they're going to do 2 matches.
Yeah.
So they're going to do the match for his title, and then they're going to do a tag team
They'll
match?
do the tag match first.
Oh, okay.
Right. And so it's the
They're going to be tired.
glorious show-offs.
The glorious show-offs.
Then we got New Day versus the Revival. Obviously not set in stone yet since we haven't even seen the New Day.
Yeah.
So
Or
it's-
the Revival. Well, no,
Well,
we saw
we
them
see them.
because
They beat up.
they beat up Kofi.
Yeah.
What's that? Kofi they beat
Yeah,
up?
they're basically with
Randy
Randy Orton
Orton.
constantly. And then we got Drew Gulak and Humberto Carrillo and
Who are these people?
Linzo Dorado.
Who are these people?
They are in 205, and that'll be for the 205.
Is this the pre-show stuff?
Probably.
Oh, good. I don't know them, and I
And
don't
then
care.
your King of the Ring match, whatever that ends up being.
So, questions.
Yeah.
Are we going to do a prediction thingy-majigger before?
Yeah, we probably should. And then anyways, we got Blissful Crossing versus Fire and Desire. And so that's all the matches that we know of so far, but that's quite a few.
That's
1,
a
2,
lot.
3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 matches that I got. I don't know how official this is. I mean, we can obviously
most of
talk
them are
about
pretty official, though. I mean,
yeah, that's
I
official.
mean, everything that's anything
That's
with
official.
a belt is completely
That's
official.
That's official. Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns thing, we don't know.
Yeah, that's up in the air kind of thing.
But it's
But you
supposed to be
know.
Eric Rowan and Roman Reigns officially, but that can change. Shinsuke Nakamura, The Miz, that's official.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler match, that's official.
official.
You know, the tag team match.
Yeah.
The New Day Revival is not
Right.
official.
Yeah, that one's not.
Drew Gulak is official. The Cruiserweight match is official.
pre-show
The
stuff.
King of the Ring's official, and Blissful Crossing and Fire and Desire is official.
Right.
So the only ones that aren't a true official are the New Day and the Revival and Roman and Eric Rowan.
Right.
So 10 out of the 12 are super official. So we
Yeah.
should do a prediction show, I would assume, just, you know,
Right before it.
we could do that earlier that day, or do you want to just do it like Wednesday or something?
I don't want to do it Wednesday.
We could do it after we're
You
done
know,
tonight.
I don't want
and
to
can
do it
just post
Wednesday.
it.
No, I don't want to. I don't wanna.
We could do a prediction show tomorrow after SmackDown.
Can't we just do it like Friday or something?
Well, why can't we do it a week earlier? You know, we should do it after SmackDown, and then we'll know the other two if they're official.
Yeah.
Because it's all about being official.
Yeah. So, yeah. We can do it Thursday.
Look, recap last May.
Oh, great. Another recap from 500 years ago. So glad we're getting a history lesson right now. Bad enough when you had to do it in school, but by golly gee whizzers, Raw's like, oh my god, you totally want to see what happened like years ago?
It was
I
progressive.
did. I wanna see
10-man
what
tag
happened.
team tonight. That's official.
Oh my lord, damn. So we have the Viking Raiders, Braun, Seth, and Cedric on one side. The Glorious Show-Offs, the OC, and AJ Styles on the other side. If you don't know who the Glorious Show-Offs are, that
Bobby
would be,
Bobby Roode.
yes, and Dolph
Ziggler.
Ziggler. All right,
Look at him,
we've
he's got his
got,
Michael Jackson glove on.
we've got
That's
the
Square Garden.
Street Profits. His cup's very glittery too.
I know, I want to do that.
NXT.
10-man tag team match is bigger than
So
the
Tom wants to ask you a
NYC.
question, so he needs you to talk.
That's top billing right there, but tell him what's next.
We got Ricochet versus Samoa Joe versus Baron Corbin.
You hear that?
Triple threat
After the video.
semifinals king of rematch.
We have been looking for our Simba.
That's
The
an
one
hour
true
and 20
king.
minutes of
6
wait.
days removed from Clash of Champions,
Profits.
streaming live
removed.
this Sunday on the WWE Network.
I think this is what I'm gonna miss on the NXT or these guys.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm
Monday Night Raw, Madison Square
I like
Garden.
these guys.
Charlotte
I
Pitt,
feel that way
the
about the
SmackDown
Street
Women's
Profits.
Champion,
I like these
Bayley.
guys.
And you best believe that Clash of Champions, the Queen, she wants to run that back.
So far, Mike.
Be Michael Jackson tonight.
Keep this, bro.
Right.
That's not the only
Yeah.
Weird
Women's
club.
Championship match this weekend.
Word.
Crystal Crossing.
It's
He's
gonna
gonna
be
say-
the man,
Okay.
Becky Lynch,
Yeah.
going one-on-one with the boss, Sasha Banks.
Hey, yo, I can't lie to you, fam. I gotta roll with the boss.
I gotta roll with the boss.
Speaking of which, hey, Sasha, you were right. Blue is your color.
I thought he liked Nikki Cross.
I thought he liked Nikki Cross too.
And
What's
Stone
going on with
Cold
that?
Steve Austin got Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman to finally sign their contract.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's official. This weekend at Clash of Champions, Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins will go one-on-one for the WWE Universal Championship. The exact same night that they had to defend the Raw Tag Team Championships against Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
Gotta love the Street Profits, people.
I do like them. They're very exciting.
So with all this hype
I
and
think he
talk
said
about
he told
Clash
you
of
about Charlotte
Champions,
winning. Yes, we heard
just
you.
know that it was ours.
But will she win on Sunday?
Don't believe
He's saying
us?
that she will.
Curry, run that video package.
Oh God, no!
that's what we need.
Oh my God, I'm so tired of this. I hate it so much.
This is over 2 months ago. Okay. This is 2 weeks ago. Smack to the face. Smack to the face. Smack to the face.
I hate this so bad. If you don't know what it is that I hate, it's the Roman Reigns drama.
Who done it?
Stupid.
Who?
The Roman Reigns stupid drama. So sick and tired of seeing it, watching it, listening to it.
What?
I just want somebody to shave off all Roman's hair.
What?
Exactly.
What?
It'd be hilarious. It just were like shaved off his hair. Now that is a good
I
break.
had a nightmare that I shaved my head the other day.
How is that a nightmare?
It was horrifying.
Why?
I don't know.
Cut your hair. Oh my God, he was so mean to Daniel.
Why was he so mean?
I don't understand.
You're watching Monday Night Raw with Wrestling Gab.
Yeah.
With Travis.
We've got
They're
a
doing
recap.
a recap right now of the Who Done It saga, the
Yeah.
Roman Reigns saga, that we already kind of know now. But Daniel Bryan is getting beat up by Eric Rowan, and I don't understand that little swerve. So
Because
I
Eric
don't know
wants to
if
be his own person and he doesn't get told what to do.
or are they still putting them together, and this is just a
And
swerve.
you don't touch me. Do you want the claw? I will call up Eric Rowan and have him do the claw on you.
The claw slam.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a claw slam.
Alright,
Boom!
good
Big old
deal.
slap to the puss.
Yeah,
Claw
he
slam.
gets the claw slam too. See? That's what would happen to you.
Boom! Right through the table.
He could do that to you.
Right through the tray.
Oh, it'd be a big old table, not this tray.
I'm gonna go set up the table. What do you do? Like, I'll just run.
I'm not setting it up. I'm calling Eric Rowan to do it, not
Oh,
myself.
that's terrifying.
Yeah, terrifying. All right.
See? Clash of Champions. See, so it's official, but where's Daniel Bryan in all this?
It's not
This whole
any
thing
of
was to
his
build up
business.
but the whole thing was to build up for Daniel Bryan, supposedly.
Right.
Did the creative change their mind, or is Daniel Bryan going to be thrown in there as a triple threat, maybe?
Right.
Samoa Joe.
So Tom says he's back. Tom, he knows that you need to talk to him. He said that he'll contact you after we're done with Raw tonight. So that's after 9 o'clock. Thumbs up, buddy.
Samoa Joe.
We've got our
Ricochet.
triple threat
King of the ring. There's my crown.
King of the ring.
Does it look like a crown?
It's Samoa Joe, Ricochet, and Baron Corbin.
In the middle of the square circle.
Yeah.
Triple threat.
And they're going to be totally
Out of control.
legit. I don't know. Who's going to win?
Who's going to win
Who the
this
hell's
one?
going to win?
Who?
Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Anybody over in the corner over there? Any of the dogs? You guys got something to say over there? You guys know who's going to win?
They all know that Baron Corbin's going to win.
Oh, really? Why would he win?
Because Baron Corbin's the winner out of this group.
They're like, you know, after we did our preview and return show of this and that for SmackDown garbage, we're going to go to a commercial after we bring out one person in our King of the Ring match.
They're paying some bills.
Oh, my Lord.
Gotta have your
We
commercials.
should count how many commercials they have and how much time the commercials take. And then I have to ask, why the flip is their show 3 frickin' hours long?
So they can put an hour of commercials in it.
Of garbage.
Doy.
Absolute
Hey,
garbage.
I'm going to give them credit over the last month or so. They've got right to the point. That one Raw.
Okay,
about
last week's
4 weeks
Raw was
ago.
actually good.
4
It
weeks
was
ago,
okay.
Raw's first match was 39 minutes into it.
I know, right?
The
It
next
was
night on
terrible.
SmackDown, their first match was even later, I believe.
I don't remember. It was just too much talking.
It
I
was.
hated
It started out with Shane McMahon. Do you remember that
the Raw
match?
one, yes.
No, that was
No,
SmackDown.
SmackDown with what's his face?
Yeah, it started out with Kevin Owens and he got the fine
Yes.
and all that. That disappeared. I don't know what's happened to that saga.
Well, maybe
How is
Shane
that
had to
not
go
on-
do something else.
Yeah, maybe that's not even going to be on here. I don't even have that on my list. Because
Well,
it
who would
hasn't been
he?
around.
Who would he wrestle?
Kevin Owens.
Yeah, who would Kevin Owens wrestle?
Shane McMahon.
No, remember they're not doing that anymore.
So they just stopped it? Like,
Well, the only thing that they did was remember when Shane McMahon wasn't around and Elias went in to do his thing
are
and
you going to give me the recap?
Kevin Owens came in and beat him up? Yeah, I'm sorry. My 10-second recap compared to a 20-minute recap on your shows.
Let's watch the recap of a recap.
Of a recap.
Should we recap recaps?
Oh my god, please don't.
So there was 3 recaps tonight. Just kidding, I'm not going to recap
If I was
recaps.
allergic to something, I would eat it just so I could not do it.
To recap recaps?
Yes.
Nothing's more exciting than recapping recaps.
Because if my face exploded in swelling, I wouldn't have to talk or listen.
Just sit there and be quiet.
To the recap.
Quit struggling. I know you can't breathe. There's an hour and 13 minutes left. Shut up.
I'll take you to the hospital later.
We're live.
Just
For
sit
Monday
there.
Night Raw.
Oh my lord. Alright, so what else is there to talk about?
This pay-per-view.
No. There's other stuff you had on your other thing.
I got all
What did they
sorts
talk
of crap.
about Ronda Rousey and her garbage?
Yeah,
What
so
was that
Ronda
about?
Rousey is now in the alumni section.
How the hell is that even possible?
So
Oh.
when they move people to the alumni section, it means they're either no longer with the company or that they're not going to wrestle again. That's kind of like where the legends go because it's an alumni thing.
That's
And so
weird.
since they moved Ronda Rousey to the
alumni,
what's their plan?
I don't know. That's really
What's going
weird.
on? Who's next? Hey, that's
Broncos
Baron
by
Corbin.
Sonic.
Baron Corbin's out there. Is Ricochet already out? Did we miss Ricochet's intro?
We probably missed everything because they had to show us a stupid commercial. Thanks, WWE on USA. Appreciate it. I mean, gee whiz, maybe I like to hear Baron Corbin's music or something. They're like, no, you don't. They're like, we want our winner to come out.
Ricochet is coming out last.
The future king, King Corbin.
Get too ahead of yourself.
You like Ricochet?
WWE's evident superhero.
I just don't think he's going to win. I don't know
It's
if I
either
like
going to be
him or not.
Ricochet or Corbin.
I haven't decided if I like this person.
I like a Ricochet just because he flies all over the place.
Do you think?
He's
That's
not-
why you like him?
Yeah, he's not the greatest on fight.
Well, nobody said he had to talk.
You got to talk in wrestling. Now AEW makes it to where they don't have to talk.
Well, yeah, because they actually show wrestling.
They just kind of go right.
They're like, hey, let's not have a recap every 10 seconds.
But at some point, they're gonna have to.
Well, of course they're gonna have to start having that kind of stuff. But please, for the love of the Lord above, don't make freaking recaps 20 minutes long about something that
But
you're
you
like.
have to know what's going on. What if you missed 5 minutes before?
Oh, you mean you missed the last 3 months of wrestling and you have no idea? Oh wait, that probably means you don't watch wrestling.
Right, and then they cater to those people.
I'm thinking that's what they're doing.
I don't understand. Like I said, I think they cater to the non-wrestling fan.
Yeah, well maybe they should stop because it's really not working out for them.
This is last week when they both pinned each other.
Yeah.
See, Ricochet actually lifted his shoulder up a second there.
And this is how they did the triple threat match.
In reality, Baron Corbin should have just had a bye because both of those players lost.
Yeah, but they didn't do it that way because they're like, we don't like you enough.
They considered it both a win. They both gave him a participation trophy.
Ugh, what is it with this world and their goddamn participation trophies? Corbin's like, I'm getting out.
I'll just get out of the ring and let Joe take care of you.
Yeah, Joe can beat the crap out of you. I mean, you guys are used to each other beating each other up, right?
After last week, maybe they can pin each other again.
I don't know. Maybe.
And then Corbin just come in and lay on both of them.
Sure. Can turn up a little bit.
Yeah, you need to get it louder.
I do, because they talk really quiet. The music's really loud and the talking's really quiet.
Baron Corbin into the ring. Big old shoulder block.
He stopped him in his tracks. How do you ever... Oh, boo, they say.
So the two most exciting matches of the night will be this one and the female one. And they'll both be over. And so they're going to have, what, another throw-in match and then a 10-man tag team match at the end?
Oh, I guess. I mean, they have an hour of this stuff left, so imagine. Tom said he heard she's retiring, so I guess he's talking about Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, she'd have to be bigger.
So she's not going to wrestle anymore at all? She's just going to retire?
That's what his verdict was. Too bad. We've got
She's going
Ricochet
to be in a
and Samoa
show
Joe
that's on Fox. She's going to end up on SmackDown.
Press cover on Corbin and
Well, that's
a
just
kick out.
stupid.
I got an answer, but just because someone in stripes gives
I
you
don't
an
want
answer
back at
doesn't
all.
mean
It's
it's
time
the
she
truth.
retires. I don't think she should just sort of alumni.
Ricochet with the big old drop kick.
He's like, what do I
There
do?
he goes. What's he going to do? He's going to Ricochet off the top rope. He's going after Baron.
I
Didn't
don't
really
know what he
work
was
very
doing.
good. What do you call that? Just a wall flip?
I guess wall flip off of Baron's chest.
You know what Baron Corbin says about Ricochet being a superhero? Oh, and look at Ricochet taking out Samoa Joe.
Ricochet taking out Samoa Joe, like Michael Cole said.
And he went over to the other side to take out Baron.
The finals of the King of the Ring.
Oh, we better go to a commercial.
Oh my gosh, we have to go to a commercial about pizza.
This is unprecedented. I think this is the most commercials back to back to back to back to back we've ever had.
I don't know, but I'm getting tired of it real quick.
It's just kind of crazy. They're putting them like about every 5 minutes. There's a commercial.
Something. I think
Maybe
it was
it's
only
because-
on for like 2 minutes.
Maybe it's because they jam-packed the first hour with non-commercials with that whole first segment. They did like a 20-minute segment without commercials, so now they're trying to catch up.
I guess, but this is kind of a ridiculous way to do it.
Right.
They're like, hey, this is a really good, exciting match. Let's put a commercial in the middle of it. Thanks.
Right. So the winner of this match, King of the Ring, will go on to wrestle at Clash of the Champions versus either
Gable
Chad Gable
or Elias.
Elias. Who's going to win that one?
Yeah, who is going to win that one?
That one's going to... It's really going to boil down to who wins tonight, I think.
You think?
Which, it shouldn't be that way. Wrestling shouldn't be based on who wins tonight, wins tomorrow. But that's how wrestling is set up.
It's going to be Ricochet and stupid Chad Gable. And then all you dumbheads that are like, oh my god, they're so awesome, can be all excited.
If that was the case, I'd be okay with it.
I'm sure you would. See, that's why I said it. You're like, oh my god, I love that. Is like the best prediction ever.
But it doesn't make sense.
Why not?
And things have to add up. They don't.
They
don't.
They want to have some pansy ass as the King of the Ring.
Well, both of those guys are faces.
Pansies.
So you would have to either do Chad Gable as a heel turn, or you would just use Elias in that. So if Ricochet wins, Elias wins. But they're pushing Gable. That's why I think it's going to be Gable, the small man, Shorty G, versus the big man. You know? That's why I think Baron Corbin's going to win tonight. Is because I think they're trying to do something with Gable, and then Gable will either win the whole thing or lose a tight match against Corbin, and Corbin will be king of the ring. But I think that they're pushing Shorty G.
Right.
But I could be wrong, because I have been wrong in the past. Actually, I'm pretty much wrong about 97% of the time.
Sure, yeah.
Facts. So NXT, their first match back. Do you remember watching the takeover that we watched? Remember the guy that had no shoes on?
Yeah.
And he got jumped by the big guy?
Yeah.
And then they fought. It was the only non-match of the night. They fought up on ringside. That is going to be the first match on the new NXT next Wednesday.
Oh.
They're actually going to wrestle each other. His name's Killian Dane, the big guy, and the other guy's named Riddle.
Without shoes?
I want to call him Tom Riddle, but that's not him.
Without shoes.
Yeah, he doesn't wear shoes.
Riddle without shoes. That's
Riddle
his
be
name.
this. Why don't you wear sneakers?
He's like, I don't wear shoes.
And we are back to the King of the Ring semi-final qualifying match for Clash of the Titans champions. I want to call it Titans because I've watched Clash of the Titans. So
it's a triple threat match.
Ricochet trying to fight back into this match.
Ricochet, Baron Corbin, Samoa Joe.
There's some power.
Anybody else think they know what's going to happen? Oh, he's going to throw him into the little thingy.
Face first into the ring post.
The ring post went all stupid.
Yeah, the LED lights all went funk.
It was like,
they're like, we want funk.
Look at this power. That is power befitting a king.
Oh.
What's wrong with Corbin? Wow.
What am I supposed to know? I want to know what's wrong with Raw, but that's pretty obvious.
What is it?
Samoa
I thought Raw's been pretty good over
It's
the
a
last month.
freaking snooze fest tonight. I seriously am
can't
just
get
like,
into it?
oh my lord. It's all the stupid commercials.
Yeah, the commercials are sucking
It's
it.
just killing me.
We can keep up with the commercials.
Remember, there are no disqualifications.
We still have to talk about Drew McIntyre's surgery.
So there's no disqualifications in this match.
Not in a triple threat match, because triple threat matches change the dynamic of a match.
Oh, does it?
Well, because all three men are in there at the same time, so if that was the case, then we wouldn't get disqualified.
All of them? Wouldn't that be funny?
You're all disqualified for being in the ring at the same time, even though it's the same.
Who are we going to have be the king of the ring for Raw?
The winner from tomorrow night's
to
match.
beat up the guy from SmackDown. Oh.
Hey, that'll be pretty fun for SmackDown, too. I didn't think about that. If Elias won it, he could be the king of the ring on SmackDown. That'd be pretty fun. And Chad Gable saying. And then that way, Fox would have one more star, you know, another title, another thing.
They really need to just have more wrestlers.
Spot here tonight by beating the Miz.
I know, and they need to use them instead of
just get
having
rid of the
them
wild
back
card.
there.
Get rid of the wild card, WWE. And by doing so, then you don't have the same people. Like tonight, that Becky Lynch match. You wouldn't have had that match because two of them are from SmackDown, 2 of them are from Raw.
Yeah, why do you have to use them? Doesn't SmackDown have enough stupid girls?
Actually,
Raw, don't they have enough stupid girls?
They do, but they don't use any of them.
Why not? What's wrong with them? Where are those two Magpie girls?
They, she got married. So she left for a minute, but she'll be back now. But, what are they going to do with them? They got Fire and Desire going up against Blissful Crossing. And so there's no room for them. Because they don't just use the women like they use the men. They would rather talk and do recaps than put a match in.
I know, I don't understand it. It's so annoying and I hate it.
Like, I don't mind if the matches go longer. These matches are short. And then they talk. If they did longer matches and put less talking, they could still put more matches.
Yeah.
Many others.
Yeah, I
was
don't
the menacing focus that we can
That, I
see
mean,
from
it's
Samoa
crazy
Joe
how
here.
little of the
Ricochet
competitors
just
they
like
actually
he wants
use.
him. Once
I
you
bet if
see
we
those
made a
wheels
list
start
of
to spin
competitors
ahead of
tonight,
Samoa
there would be a
Joe,
handful.
Pain is nearby.
Of the people that have actually been out here doing
Right, because
stuff.
they're all going to be out there again.
Oh, yeah.
AJ Styles.
Yeah, we
Anderson,
saw AJ
Gallows.
Styles and Anderson and Gallows, and then we saw them with Seth Rollins and
Braun
Braun.
Strowman and
Steve,
Cedric Alexander.
yeah, and Cedric Alexander was out there because he fought with AJ
So
Styles.
AJ's going to be in
So we're
3
gonna see-
segments.
So the only 2 new people we're going to see out there in the ring are going to be Dolph and Roode.
Right.
The glorious
Right, because
Shaw.
Killian Dayton and the other guy, or not Killian, sorry, the Viking Raiders have already been out there too.
Yeah, they came out when, what was it?
With the OC.
Yeah.
Down
And-
and Cedric.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting
This
at.
could be our
So,
future.
Oh,
AJ Styles is going to be in 3 different segments.
everybody is down in the ring. They're all taking naps.
Well, I'm glad. But AJ Styles is going to be in 3 segments
It's ridiculous.
by the end of this night. That's what I'm talking about. Why keep putting the same guys there when they could be using somebody else?
Yeah, and instead, you know what they use them for? They use them for the 24/7 belt stuff.
I know, which we haven't seen on Raw last night or
Last week
last
or
Monday
this week.
or this Monday so far.
Right.
But we did see it on SmackDown. We actually saw it change hands, I believe.
Twice.
Playing field is even once again. All
Right.
superstars showing the signs of
I thought
damage.
it went to one person, then it went to another
Who
person.
will endure? Who
Like
will
from that
move on?
person to the other person.
Is that Bo Dallas one?
I think so, the B team. It went from Drew, no, Drake, Maverick. Drake, Maverick.
Right.
To Bo, Drake. And then from Bo to Drake.
And then,
From Drake to R-Truth.
and R-Truth was on the ring. He was the coat rack for the cape. For
Yes.
the king. What do they call that? They don't call that a cape.
Throne?
They don't call that a cape though.
Man who was once the money in the bank.
A robe? The
Contract
king's
winner.
robe?
Former United States
A robe
champion.
has sleeves.
Commissioner of Monday
A
Night
cape
Raw.
just
Would
ties
love to
around
become king of the
your neck.
ring. There's a
So if you saw a
confident
king,
role,
what
but
would
he
you
was a
say
great
that thing
commissioner
around
as
his
well.
neck? The
Nice
king.
name correction.
I'm going with that because
So you don't,
I
it's not in
never.
any of your books.
It's not in my vocabulary at this moment in time.
Shoulders down and a kick out.
All right, so we had a quick pin there, and then holy crap, he just threw him out. That's funny. There it is.
Deep six.
Deep
Thing is
six.
that.
His feet are under the ropes.
Well, yeah, and Samoa Joe's
There's
still
the
out there.
Coca-Cola clutch. Kinkina clutch.
So one of them has to pin one guy, and then he's out, and then
No.
they have to fight.
The winner wins.
What do you mean? He just has
Whoever
to pin one
wins,
person?
yep, and then that person wins. Whoever gets the first anything, submission, pinfall, wins.
Joe's laser focus just draining the
Sorry.
energy.
That girl's like,
Yawning.
I'm not watching.
Baron Corbin
I'm not
right
watching. I
now.
don't watch wrestling.
She's like, oh my god, it's so stupid! Right? Yes, to me. How embarrassing!
The camera's looking at me.
I don't know you.
There it is.
Oh.
Well, Corbin's out of it.
Well, he's not out of it.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just,
done. See, he's passed out.
but he's not.
Oh,
Oh,
Ricochet
ow.
hit his knee. God, that would hurt. Ricochet's ribs are in pain. He just hit Samoa Joe's knees.
Yeah.
On accident.
And no one ever hated that.
Well, he made the
Jesus,
splash
like,
in, but I don't think he meant to hit a knee.
I'm gonna hit my ribs
Watch right
with
here.
knee. Watch.
I'm gonna see if I can break his kneecap with my ribcage. How did that work out for you? Oh!
Not the wisest decision for Ricochet. Ricochet
Yeah.
was very unwise.
Very unwise.
He's going to do everything he can to knock
In your
off
Here we
these
go.
weird plaid jacket.
Monday Night Raw.
I can tell you what's unwise.
Corey.
Is your plaid jacket of weirdness.
Ricochet now trying somehow to get Samoa Joe
Plaid
back
jacket
in the
of
ring.
weirdness. Oh my gosh. Ricochet's like, come on, let me get you in the ring, big guy.
Right?
I'm trying my hardest to get you in there. It's not working so well.
Joe could be in position. If Ricochet can capitalize, you see the welts on the ribcage. And Ricochet top rope down for Ricochet.
Oh yeah, he does have one.
Oh,
Oh, he missed.
Samoa Joe.
Oh, Samoa's got him
Crushed his
in
ribs.
the whatchamacallit thingy. Oh, he got out of it.
Momentum to his advantage.
Used
There's
him.
the recoil. Joe is down in the corner once again.
He's like, what?
Ricochet gotta move.
Am I gonna get him? Am I gonna away? I'm gonna go up top here. I'm gonna waste some time. I'm really tired. I'm gonna climb up here
Ricochet's making his way up to the top rope.
slowly,
There
just so
it is.
everybody can get out of whatever's gonna happen.
630 degrees.
We
And he nailed it. It's over.
actually got him. It's not gonna be over.
Oh, Baron Corbin
Baron
saves
Corbin
the
woke up from
day.
his nap. Oh my gosh, he threw him over the barrier.
2, 3, and Baron Corbin wins the match.
Baron Corbin is the winner.
Winner, winner.
Chicken dinner. So
Chad Gable wins on SmackDown.
boo, they say boo. Everybody's boo.
Lots of it.
And Ricochet is like, what in the hell just happened?
Who knows?
He got thrown over the barricade on the outside with the fans, and he's like, I don't understand. And Samoa Joe's like, what happened? I don't know what happened. I don't know what's happening.
Baron Corbin wins semifinals for King of the Ring. He will be wrestling who at Clash of the Champions?
It's either going to be Chad Gable or Elias.
The always resourceful, ever aware
Shorty G or Elias tomorrow night. Who's going to be wrestling Baron Corbin at Clash of the Champions?
Clash of Champions!
Is it Clash of Champions or Clash of the Clash of Champions.
Clash of
the
Champions.
Clash
Clash of Champions.
Clash of. King Corbin is one step away from being inaugurated.
Maybe it is called a crown. I don't know.
You better learn now, because you're going to say it a lot.
Okay, don't put the crown on, Bella.
Oh, you're going to win.
Corbin is the Monday Night Raw representative.
Oh, he looks hideous. Maybe Vince is like, hey, after your match, put the helmet on and see what you look like in it. That's a bad idea. So now it's down to Elias and Chad Gable. And the winner of that one wrestles Baron Corbin.
He's sitting in the throne now. That's too funny.
Someone should be hired to paint that image right there and hang it on a wall.
Yeah, put it above your mantle. Corey Graves should put that above his mantle.
Take that image and put it on your wall. Do it. Do it.
10-man tag team match tonight.
Supreme
Monday night.
Combo. Hi, Supreme Combo. Thanks
Hey,
for
Supreme
stopping
Combo.
by. He says Gable will win the tournament.
Good deal. That's what I was thinking too.
What he's thinking that he's gonna win it.
He's gonna win the whole
How's he
thing.
gonna win it with one of his weird little roll-ups?
It'll be a quick roll-up. He's got 2 more quick roll-ups in
Do they
it.
call him the fruit roll-up?
I don't think he's a fruit.
Are you sure? Because he's got a really big head.
Here comes
Hey,
Lacey
it's
Evans.
Lacey Evans. They're gonna throw Lacey Evans in there. They've been putting her out there quite a bit lately.
Yeah, they like to push her a little bit. Not really push, but
Right? But they like to
Put
put
her
her
out
out there so people can be mad.
she's wearing her SmackDown colors with some red knee pads on.
Yeah, with her cute little skirt. And her little gloves.
And she got red shoes on too, I believe. Yeah. She's got her Raw shoes. Those look like clown shoes.
I'm not sure what kind.
She looks like she's
Walks
in a
like a
swimming
lady.
suit.
Doesn't she always look like that?
We'll listen to Randy Orton talk. Who's gonna win that one? Randy Orton or Kofi Kingston? That's gonna be fun. We'll have to do a little prediction show. Oh, Kofi Kingston. This Saturday,
Clash of Champions!
7 Eastern.
Not Saturday, it's this
Sunday,
Sunday, the 15th.
7 Eastern.
Yeah.
But the pre-show will be an hour
Make a
before
date
that.
with Popeyes 2
So
for
6
$9
Eastern,
for $10.
so 4
Just
o'clock
find
our
someone as
time.
special as
Yes.
fried chicken and share
Wow.
5 pieces, 2
A
sides,
lovely
and 2
bunch of
biscuits for just
10 hours
$10.
of
You're gonna fall
stuff.
in love with my 2
And
for $9
5.
for $10.
10 hours.
Sean Spears.
You should mute it because I want to hear the commercials.
You should be on top of it.
I don't have the remote.
Be on top of that too.
Can't.
So we got Baron Corbin versus, I might as well just write it in. I was kidding.
Right?
I'm not gonna write it in.
Baron Corbin versus Chad
So let's
Gable.
talk about Drew McIntyre had surgery.
Oh, is that why he's not
That's why he
wrestling?
hasn't been on for a couple weeks. It's a minor surgery, but he had surgery. I'm not sure on what.
His brain?
He had brain surgery, minor brain surgery.
Sweet. Maybe it'll change his disposition.
To be less angry.
They took out his Dula Mangata.
Mangata.
Whatever it is.
Dula Mangata. Give him a...
They gave him a slight lobotomy.
Right?
Just kidding.
Right through the eye socket.
So if anybody out there knows, like, what
surgery
kind
it
of
was,
surgery he may have had,
I should have paid more
or
attention.
maybe what his
in class.
injury may have been, or something.
In Wrestling 101 class today, I should have paid more attention. But
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Was it on something on Wrestling 101 or something?
There's no such thing as Wrestling 101.
Well, why is it there?
But if there was a class, I didn't take notes. All I know is that he had a minor surgery. That's why he hasn't been on TV since his loss to Ricochet. But that's why he took the loss to Ricochet.
Oh.
Was because he had to get something done. Some small procedure or something.
So in all reality, Ricochet wasn't supposed to win.
Well, it probably was supposed to be different. Like, they would have probably set the whole tournament up different if he was healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But where he had to leave, why not push one of their baby faces?
Mm-hmm.
Because he is one of their top heels of the company.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, then we got Ronda Rousey going to the alumni section on the WWE Network,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Let's hope we never see her again.
Let's not. She's a good draw. She helps out the
No, she
women's
is.
division. She's part of the women's revolution.
Does
She came up and put them on the map, and they main evented WrestleMania for the first time ever. And it wasn't because of Becky Lynch, and it wasn't because of Charlotte Flair.
And it wasn't because of her. It was because the background people said, let's do it. Had nothing to do with it being Ronda Rousey.
Right, because she's a big draw. And so the non-wrestling fans wanted to see what this Ronda Rousey thing was all about.
Yeah, well, it didn't turn out very good, and it's
She
still
broke
stupid.
her hand and had to get surgery on it, and then she tried to chop her finger off on the set of 911.
Yeah.
Her TV series on Fox.
Yeah, she should really try harder.
People's Choice
not to be
Awards.
Weird. Yeah,
Wait,
we
that's
don't
not
care.
us. I thought that was going to be a wrestling thing. Oh, maybe
People's
it is.
Choice
It's still
Awards,
gonna
the
be a
show of
wrestling thing.
2019.
It's still going to have a wrestling thing.
Is it going to be on there?
The show of 2019 Raw. People's Choice Awards.
Now,
You can
on the
vote.
PCA.eonline.com.
eonline.com.
Go on there and vote and tell us that you
Raw.
want Raw to be the People's Choice Award
Maybe
for the
good.
show of 2019.
Yeah, we need to get a better picture of Becky Lynch if we're going to have her up there.
Why?
Alright, we got Lacey Evans in the ring. This is military
Last
chick.
week, Natalia not liking what Lacey Evans had to say about her earlier in the day when I
Ah.
said right after Lacey Evans before the start of their match.
Yeah.
So Natalia attempted
Like,
to take advantage of
What's
the
happening?
dishonesty
Hit her from
an
behind.
upper hand on Lacey Evans, who would battle through
Didn't Lacey win
adversity
this? Yes.
and do the right thing and outsmart
With the women's rights.
traditional
Damn, knocked her out.
presidents.
I'm
One,
sure
It was a
enough.
woman's
two,
right that Lacey
three.
Evans had delivered a pick
And then pulls her hair.
over
We
Natalia.
know that now Natalia likes that.
Ask
Ask Tyson Kidd.
Yeah, I don't want to ask anybody about it.
Are they doing it again? Part 2. Natalia, Lacey Evans, back-to-back weeks.
So I guess they couldn't have her be fighting with Sasha Banks anymore because she got hurt by her, and so she's like, I didn't want to fight her. She's mean to me. So Natalia cried.
Right, and now she's with the female bodybuilder. You know who she reminds me of? If any of you guys at home, if any of you guys at home ever watched In Living Color, but she reminds me of Jim Character's bodybuilder.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, his bodybuilding chick.
Right.
I really like the sport. Lacey Evans, I mean, obviously, she's attractive. They have like the same build.
Right.
It's classing up the joint, Renee. And listen,
You gotta eat this stuff here. This is for cattle.
Smacker.
You gotta have 7,000 calories of meat every day.
7 calories of
7,000.
7,000 calories of meat.
And really going after Lacey.
Silly.
She was always on steroids.
Right.
It was so funny.
People, this is ridiculous.
It's about time. You know what? Everybody just picks at Natalia all the time. I like when this version of her comes out to the ring. Lacey Evans
What is she wearing?
brought out the
Which
best.
one?
Natalia. She's like nude, but not really.
I have no idea. Can you turn it up a
Nice
little
something
bit?
with legs looking perhaps for the
Sharpshooter submission
Her
maneuver.
dress is fine,
Because I got
but
the camera quick.
Center of the ring, look at it. Oh, look at
I understand
Natalia.
what you're saying.
Whiskey
But the
Lacey
problem of it
inside out.
is it's so
Lacey
low.
with nowhere
I
to go,
can't hear
trying to
the
use her long arms and
commentators
just
talk.
barely
And I know
gets
why
to
you
the
turn it
bottom
down
rope before
because of the
some
music.
What is Natalia's
But-
problem?
She got
so
that
they can
5
hear
count. Why
Why still
not?
bang the referee's count? Look at her.
There's no way they can hear us.
It was a veteran losing his
You don't got
nose.
mic shit, so.
Veteran.
Well, there's not really a lot for us to talk about unless you want to tell them what's going on.
Lacey Evans, but now Lacey
With the
Evans
roll up.
Natalia.
And her long ass legs.
And Natalia, you know, doing stuff.
Look at you can see Lacey Evans.
Put her away and kick out by Evans.
She'll
Yeah.
pull it out.
Natalia's got
wipe her sweat,
determination
and then
all
throw it in
over her
her
tonight.
face.
We're going to step through.
Oh,
There it is. Here comes the sharpshooter. She's got it locked in. Oh, she fell over.
Oh, Lacey's getting out of the ring.
Lacey
She
got
got
out of
a
the ring.
hit her.
Retreated.
Has been
Get me.
relentless.
I think I'm gonna go
Obviously,
to
they're going to take a
no.
breather.
I don't know.
I thought they were gonna go to commercial. Every time there's a little bit of a break, they go to commercial.
True that.
Lacey Evans with the spinning neck breaker out on the floor. And that paddock isn't really that big of a paddock.
No.
Lacey just laid in
I
wait.
mean, it kind of is, but not excessively.
It's big this way, just not this way. It's probably about that big.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you'll see them unvelcro it and get down to the concrete and do like a back drop.
Look at Lacey go. Fighting aggression with aggression here tonight.
Yeah, just make sure you keep your back straight.
Oh my gosh.
Suffocation! I told you she's into that. Air pulling, suffocation. S&M.
He's upset. She just wants revenge. But Lacey's doing it. She's doing it better. And this is exactly why you should be on the Lacey train.
It was interesting.
Are you on the Lacey train?
Of course
Probably.
it was. Very interesting. It was innovative.
It's because she's
Big ol'
weird and
elbow
funny.
drop.
Elbow cover.
Natalia's trying to
Is it
pop
enough
out of
there?
her
And a
onesie.
Kick out.
Pretty sure those are her boobs. They look a different color.
There are boobs up there, yes.
She's like, I don't tan my boobs.
Relentlessly stomping in the corner.
Are you talking because she has like some kind of weird fishnet stuff on the side of her stuff?
I don't know what's going on, but when you look at her boobs, they're different colors than the rest of her.
Oh.
Class when you're in a
Maybe
It's
she
very, very
uses
difficult. And Lacey excels
concealer.
at covered by Lacey. Natalia to kick
See?
out yet again. If
She's got like
I
a white
were in
chest
charge
and
of
the
New
rest
York
of her
City,
is
I would replace
Maybe
that
she
nasty
forgot to
out on
spray
Ellis
tan
Island
that
with
part.
a statue of Lacey Evans.
Why do you have to make fun of Natalia's boobs?
Nobody is making fun of the boobs.
I think you're making fun of them. That's not very nice at all.
I would never make fun of boobs.
Totally are making fun of them.
Oh, the statue.
Yeah,
Like,
he did.
she's
Yeah, he did.
nasty.
Welcome to the party, Renee.
We're so
It's
what?
okay.
She's
It's all
so
right.
stocky.
Listen,
Yeah,
Lacey
Evans
Evans has the
or,
guts to tell the truth and be
Natalia.
honest.
Yeah,
You should
Natalia.
agree with me.
Yeah. Here we
Lacey
go.
Evans is not
Now
stocky.
Lacey Evans from the second row.
Built.
Yeah, she's got really long legs and long arms.
She's like an athletic
And now
Charlotte
Natalia
Flair
looking to take advantage.
that's built more womanly.
Did she just say one, you guys?
Kick right
I
to
have
the
no idea
ribs.
what
Or was she like the guy off the goatee?
Hey, you guys! She's kissing the mat
She is.
repeatedly.
Lacey wanted to help her.
Quit kissing it. Quit kissing it. Quit kissing it.
Why are you kissing the mat? Why are you kissing the mat so much? You love it? You love it?
Lacey's dominating
There's nothing I
Natalia
can
right
say. You're
now.
right. I mean,
I mean, look at this.
Lacey hates her.
Lacey's not very nice. Here it is.
Natalia started this match very aggressive.
She's gotta wipe her sweat off.
Nice her sweat off. Do your armpits.
No, just like last
She
week.
didn't do her armpits.
Well, I'm glad she's got a lot of other games to work
What,
with.
she's got good hygiene, Renee.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Natalia caught her with a boot.
Renee doesn't like
Renee
wiping
got
her
it
sweat off.
completely
Now
tongue
Natty
tied.
looks
She's
to
just like,
take advantage. Natalia gonna step through. Sharpshooter.
Corey's
Then Corey
like,
just goes off on her.
ring.
Sharpshooter locked in the middle of the ring. She's gonna tap. She's tapping.
oh, dang
Lacey
it.
loses.
Now what?
That's
Oh, she's not
stupid.
breaking.
Look at this. Natalia won't release the
Natalia's trying to break her
reverse
leg or
reverse
something.
the decision.
Jazz.
Yeah, he should reverse the
Oh,
decision.
yeah, Natalia's the winner.
Because of all the cheating. Well, Natalia. So now both of them have one victory.
Right.
So obviously they have to have a third match. Will it be at Clash of the Champions?
I don't think so.
I think they're just trying to help Natalia out so she can save face.
Right? Ooh, the
Up
Firefly
next.
Funhouse is up next on Raw. Ooh.
That should be exciting after this commercial break or 4.
Mm-hmm.
But tomorrow night, we got The Undertaker.
On SmackDown.
Tomorrow night we'll be sitting here and we'll hear his big dong. And then we'll know. Because when The Undertaker's big dong's in the room, everybody listens. It'll go dong. And then everybody will be like, oh my god, it's The Undertaker.
Oh my god.
People still like that guy. He's like 137 years old.
They like that guy.
They like it because of his big dong.
Is that why?
Well, of course.
Well, you would know.
Yeah.
Because you like big dongs.
I've been watching wrestling for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you hear his big dong, everybody gets excited.
That sounds just terrifying.
So we had AJ losing to Cedric Alexander earlier in the night.
We did?
Via disqualification.
Oh, yeah, he did. I'm like, what? We did?
So
yeah, he lost.
So is that match happening at Clash of the Champions now? Because I don't have that one on here.
Why would it? Oh, you mean for his title belt?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
all titles are on the line.
Granted, understandable, but nobody's ever really come forward and done anything about it. It was for a chance to be.
And he won.
No, kind of, I guess. Not probably the way you'd want to. And they're going to be doing a 10-man tag thing tonight.
35-man tag team match.
So who's to say that somebody else won't want to be the winner? Or
they're all tag teams on that
champion
side.
Or
they're all tag teams.
Or whatnot.
They're all tag team.
No, they're not.
The Viking Raiders, tag team.
Okay.
Braun Strowman. Seth Rollins, tag team.
Cedric Alexander isn't a tag team. He's by himself.
That's my argument. He's the only one that's not a tag team. Besides AJ.
So what? That makes no sense. Who cares?
Well, that's your argument.
No, I don't have an argument.
Somebody else might want to be in the match. The only one that could possibly be would be Cedric.
I don't think so.
And Cedric's AJ at Clash of Champions. It's happening. Buy your tickets now. I'm pretty sure it's sold out.
I don't think so.
Don't think what? That match is going to happen?
I don't think. Why would they put Cedric Alexander in it?
Who else would be in it?
Why would they put him in it?
Because that was the match earlier tonight.
So?
If Cedric won, then he got to wrestle for the title. He won.
No, that's not what they said.
He won the match.
That's not what they said though. They didn't say that he got to be in it for the title.
It's a chance to.
A chance, yeah, that's different.
A chance
to be in it, not a chance to be the guy who is. A chance means that there could be other people.
Yeah, but this is the go-home show. There's no other matches. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
After tonight, Raw's over. What are you going to bring in a SmackDown?
Raw's not over. They'll do it again next Monday.
After the pay-per-view.
So?
I guess you don't understand what I'm saying.
I get exactly what you're trying to say. You're definitely pushing that it's going to be Cedric Alexander against AJ Styles.
Because there's no one
and
else
AJ Styles is going to lose, and Cedric Alexander's going to win, and they're going to make him the champion because God knows why. He hasn't done anything. Who is he?
That would be you saying that. I would never, ever think that.
Oh, so you're not saying that that AJ will lose? You're thinking that he'll keep it and win it forever?
100%. Unless they're going to push him in the Universal title match.
Mm-hmm. You're a weirdo.
Well, who else you got?
I don't know. I don't know these people.
I don't already have that one on.
It's not my fault you call them at home and talk to them on a daily basis.
Roman,
I don't care.
Seth, Braun, New Day, Gulak, yeah. So that match is official. I just made it official.
I think you're retarded.
I am not.
I think you are.
I am not.
Totally.
Nope.
Anyways, we have RJB in the chat. Hi,
Hey,
RJB. Thanks for
We're
stopping
just in
by.
here arguing about Cedric Alexander and AJ Styles. Because I'm saying that they're going to wrestle this weekend at Clash of Champions because Cedric Alexander won earlier tonight via disqualification because the OC attacked him.
He says King Corbin traded in his Applebee's best for the crown.
Right?
And then said, well, AJ is better than Cedric overall anyway.
Right, and I agree.
Holy.
100%.
That's why I think it's just stupid. Like, it makes no sense. It's like, at least make it so it, like, if they're going to do that as a match, it just seems dumb.
What's up?
So this is earlier tonight that we didn't see.
Right.
Is he going to lose the 24/7 title belt?
Oh! He's going to lose. His name's Ernest Cantner. He's the center for the Nets.
Ernest Cantner just won the 24/7 belt
Earlier.
earlier.
Boston Celtics. Oh!
In New York, in Madison Square Garden. Oh, that's just... Oh! And then our Truth got it back.
Rolled it back up.
That's a big, tall guy he's rolling up. And he's like, yeah.
He just clicked his heels.
Like, dude, what did you do? Why'd you take it? Oh. So that was the only 24/7 stuff that happened
And it
tonight?
was earlier tonight, but it wasn't actually on Raw.
Yeah, it was before we even saw anything.
Yeah, because I didn't see that, and I've been watching all night.
Yeah.
Renee Young has her breastfeeding outfit on. That's so creepy.
Everybody, we need to know what kind of shirt is Renee Young wearing under her jacket. It is an oversized jacket.
Right? It's just creepy.
And she has...
Is there chafing?
I don't know. How would I know?
Jacket?
No, I think it's like a leathery type jacket is what it looks like.
Maybe she has some tape other than that.
Every time they show him, I'm more distracted by Corey's jacket than her stuff.
Right?
His jacket is like grandpa jacket.
Let's see, there's an official match there.
Got
I've
it.
got all these, so.
Yeah.
You got Seth.
Hey, look, it's Luke.
Braun.
Hi,
There's
Luke.
Luke. What are you watching, football?
He said, what have I missed? And
You missed the
hi,
whole-
you missed everything. Boring stuff, commercials, more boring stuff. I like boring stuff, commercials. Okay.
Okay, she's out of control. So it started out the night with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he did a stand-in there and
He
made
was
sure
a
that
moderator.
Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins got their contract signed. Then AJ and the the club came down. Then Stone Cold stuttered AJ.
After he called him an old fart and talked a lot of shit.
And then AJ wrestled Cedric directly after that match. And then the OC came down and beat up Cedric. So Cedric got the victory
By
via
disqualification.
What other matches were there? We had the Four Horsewomen. We had Bayley and Sasha versus Charlotte and Becky.
Yes.
And Charlotte got the pin on Bayley. But right now we got the
Firefly Funhouse is happening right
So I'm
now.
going to turn it up so we can all kind of listen in just a little bit.
Alright, what's Ray got to say? Yay, amigos.
Today, we have a very special lesson planned for you.
Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
My favorite.
Stranger danger!
Stranger danger.
Stranger!
Rambling Rabbit,
Rambling.
what's got your tail all tied in a knot?
Dude, I saw a stranger with our friend Seth and Braun.
A stranger, you say? You mean Stone Cold Steve Austin? Yeah, and what are you going to do about it?
Is that the guy you like the most?
Ever say the buzzer?
You always stop them.
Cut Angle, Rick Foley, Finn Balor. Hey, the Fiend heard those. My plan has been stuck in 316 ever since Stone Cold stopped by. Stranger danger, stranger danger, stranger danger, stranger danger. Please, quiet! Yowie wowie!
Yeah,
Guys, we take turns talking here in the fun house.
Right?
Abby, let me fix your clock.
Not again, dude!
He's beating her clock, and it's 11:19.
See, Abby? Now your clock is right as rain. Alaskis, in another life, those bozos took something very dear to me. They practically invoked.
What's 11:19 mean?
Steve, he's just an old rattlesnake. And you can't blame a rattlesnake for doing rattlesnake things. Guys, remember!
It's funny.
Strangers are just friends you haven't made yet. I mean, look at what Seth and Braun did tonight. Cedric and those Viking guys were 3 strangers. Now Seth and Braun have a trio of new friends.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
friends won't help where you're going.
Who?
You see, friends forget, but the Fiend never forgets.
You never forget.
See you in hell!
So is he saying something about maybe Braun might win and he wrestles Braun? Is that the kind of hint?
I don't know what that is.
That kind of sounded like a hint.
Maybe. I don't know.
The
that
Fiend
was
never
interesting.
forgets.
The
Because
Fiend
they were
never.
friends. He was in the Wyatt family.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So anyways, where were we at? Oh, we were on the ladies match and Charlotte pinned Bayley, which Tom let us know there. So that's what happened with that one.
Rey Mysterio made his comeback tonight.
Yeah.
Wrestled Grand Metalik.
Grand Metalik from the Lucha House Party. That was a pretty interesting match. They did a lot of jumping around and almost Rey Mysterio almost got his neck kind of twisted in the wrong way, but he saved himself at the last moment there.
Right. And anyways, Rey ended up getting the victory there.
Yes, he did. He got the pin.
You missed the Samoa Joe, Ricochet, Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin triple threat match.
Right. And Baron Corbin pulled that one out, so he is on his way to Clash of the Champions.
Only
wrestle.
because Ricochet did all the work.
Yeah, Ricochet did all the work, but Corbin got put out by the Coquina Clutch on the outside.
True.
And then Ricochet did his 630.
Yeah.
Splash off the top. And then Corbin woke up just in time
To come
throw
in
out
and throw
Ricochet.
Ricochet. And then pin Samoa Joe. So he's moving on to the finals.
We talked about Ric Flair suing WWE. We talked about Drew McIntyre having a surgery.
Yeah, do you know anything
Do
about
you know
his
what
surgery?
Body Party had surgery on? Because I don't.
Right. We just had Natalia and Lacey Evans, and Natalia pinned Lacey Evans.
Yep.
That happened. Well, let's see, what else was there?
Live.
They came out and talked about
Connor's
Cure and had Roman Reigns on here with some of the
He
kids
brought
from New York,
five kids
from the Pediatric Cancer Center. Let's see, what else happened tonight?
Oh, I'm trying to think if there's a match that we forgot. R-Truth pinned Ernest Cantner of the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Or actually, he pinned R-Truth and won the 24/7 championship, and then R-Truth turned around and pinned him back.
Yeah.
So the 24/7 championship was defended on Raw, but it was kind of before it went on air.
Yeah, it was.
They showed it as a highlight.
Yeah, they showed it as a highlight, like I do everything else.
Recap.
Wait. What else? Was that it?
I'm trying to think. There had to have been another match or two in there.
I don't.
Nothing, no filler matches or anything.
I don't think.
How could there only be like 4 matches?
Because there were. I think that's it.
I'm trying to think. Maybe forgot one, but anyways. So Raw has been a lot of commercials tonight.
Yeah, lots of commercials, and of course all the recaps on everything, and
and you had the Roman Whodunit skit
again, and they didn't do anything about it. They just gave you the information because of Roman and Eric Rowan.
And then they
advertised
for tomorrow night. We get the Undertaker.
Yeah, multiple times we've seen that. The Undertaker's going to be on. So let's see. So it looks like Luke. Oh, he said he was working out. I work out.
He's getting his swole on.
I work out. All right.
He's like,
Oh my god, that is so funny. So he was trying to type in there and saying that told you Corbin would win, but it came out K8ND told you Corn on will win.
Yeah.
I like that version way better, dude.
Corn on's way cooler.
Anyways, he said, plus The Fiend versus Seth has been advertised for several future shows. So, and I kind of hope that they never ever come together, really.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want it to happen now. And then RJB said, if they give The Fiend the title already, it's too early.
You're right. And so that means he has to lose. And
Agreed.
And that's too early. So.
And they can't have him lose. I don't think they should really have him in a real match that means very much. I mean, they should kind of do the same thing they did with Finn Balor. I mean, that was okay.
Oh, look at the cover of Foot, Muscle, and Fitness. Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch.
Oh, barf.
Why are you barfing?
It's just so barf.
They airbrushed her abs in.
He's barf.
Why is he barf?
They're both barf.
Wait, whoa.
Oh, a bunch of barfing.
Okay, you're all about barfing.
Right.
All right, now we got a 10-man tag team match, which is a result from earlier because the Viking Raiders came down to help Cedric Alexander when the OC was beating him up. So we got the Viking Raiders in the ring already. We got Cedric Alexander,
Braun Strowman, and Seth Rollins.
And they're going up against
the OC,
AJ Styles, and the Glorious Show-Offs.
The Glorious Show-Offs, who are Dolph
Ziggler
and
Bobby Roode.
Let's see. Let's see if they get there. Well, then, Luke said, well, then hold on, because I think it was 12 shows they were advertised for.
Whoa, shows. Yeah, but those are probably house shows, too.
What
were you talking about?
Which part?
Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins.
RJB said he shouldn't win it till WrestleMania.
I agree, 100%.
Right? Just take some more stuff from some of the old people.
And if he wins it now, then let him at least keep it till WrestleMania.
Right? And then, let's see.
But it makes no sense because they just pushed Seth Rollins over Brock Lesnar. They're not going to have Seth lose this early either.
Right, that would just be weird. But it's WWE and they do stupid shit all the time.
The Glorious Show-Off.
Luke said that, have you watched Ride Along yet? Nope, we haven't. And we probably could have watched it this weekend, but we actually read books this weekend.
Lots of reading.
It rained here yesterday, torrential downpour rain here in Idaho. It was crazy, all day it rained. Let's see. Luke said house shows are usually them testing and starting new feuds, so we shall see.
Yep.
RJB said, did you hear how Vince screwed Ziggler after SummerSlam? Yes, that was the one thing we did talk about, right?
Yeah, that he was supposed to release him.
He was supposed to release him from his contract, so I'm surprised he actually is wrestling, though, because you told me that he literally was just going to sit down and
he was supposed to just sit out the rest of
the rest of the contract. But he couldn't do anything else. He has, 2 years left or something? No, a year?
I don't know.
I can't remember what you had said. I think you had said something. You said the amount of time that was on it.
He had to sit out the last few months of his contract.
Yeah.
But it's probably over a year, or right around. But he was supposed to let him go. That was the whole deal. That's why he was getting embarrassed and all that.
Yeah. And then they decided not to, so...
It's like, well, we can't let you go because you go to AEW and AEW looks like it's doing pretty good.
Right. So Luke said he has 10 months left from what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
A year.
I was like, I knew it was something like that. I knew it was a while.
Y'all
it wasn't
scared
because
y'all really don't want
that. Chaotic without a doubt.
This is way too many people.
This is going to be chaotic without a doubt.
It's like a battle royal.
This is stupid.
Look at AJ. He's standing on the floor.
Of course he's standing on the floor. He's not going to get involved in it.
And now the match is officially underway.
No.
Good boy, I know. You're a good boy.
Alexander really trying to take the initiative to start this thing off.
But it's going to be going.
There's got to be a bit of a pecking order, right?
I believe it's going to be Seth Rollins, the
baby German Shepherd is in there.
Sorry.
Remember,
he's having a meltdown. He's having a meltdown. All right, so we've got Ziggler and Seth in the ring first.
See, this could be a good little feud here, even.
Yeah? Well, slap him around some. Pull out his hair.
Which one?
I think they all have long hair. They could slap each other and pull hair. That's what they should do. how Seth really
It's
wrestles
funny.
like a bitch.
Dolph is completely, one of the top competitors that they have in the ring.
Right.
And they never push him. And when you think, like the one time he got pushed, he got a title, and he like laid it down and left.
Maybe you didn't want to hear.
He's like, hey, I'm the new U.S. champion. I'm quitting.
What a dork.
No.
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 I know, Bobby. I'm sorry. Luke said, also from what I saw, Vince changed his mind because AEW actually offered Ziggler something like a 5-year, $35 million deal, which really wouldn't be.
That's quite a bit of money.
I mean, that really wouldn't surprise me any if they did, and that's why he decided to do what he's doing. So he might as well just wrestle and look like a dweeb the whole time. RJB said, so I think they will give Rude and Ziggler the tag titles.
I think
Which is
so
a possibility.
too. I think that's happening.
Well, they lost control and there's pandemonium. Pandemonium!
It's pandemonium!
Pandemonium!
In the squared circle.
Oh, like it's
Dolph's
Braun
up
and
top.
Dolph. Whee!
Right
Oh, that didn't work out so well. Ouch!
Big old choke slam. Seth Rollins is in
Like
the
threw
ring.
him in the air like 5 feet up.
If you want to hear this in, just give me a hell yeah.
Stop.
Do not jump in here.
You're being a weirdo.
He wants in here bad.
I don't know why. Why did you take away the cover over the gate?
I don't know.
Wacko. Let's see. RJB said Tony Khan has more money than Vince, so he can afford $35 million.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna use his own money. He's gonna make sure it's company money.
Yeah, he'll have company money to do stuff, but
yeah, he has lots of billions.
yeah.
But like I said, he's not gonna go just write a personal check out.
Here's $35 million.
Stay healthy.
For 5 years of your life.
No. Nope.
Why is he being weird? What'd you do to him? All right. Well, let's see. So,
John Wick 3.
what else were we talking about earlier?
We were just trying to give him a recap of everything that's happened. We got Ronda Rousey got moved to the alumni section on the WWE app or whatever, the website.
Yeah, the network.
So that's kind of an interesting move.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because you would think that she was coming back, but if they move her to the alumni section, it's usually not a comeback.
Yeah. Luke said, also I saw that the 4 Horsewomen versus 4 Horsewomen will be happening fairly soon because AEW also offered the UFC 4 Horsewomen multi-million-dollar deals.
Well, how can they be offering them deals while they're under contract? Isn't there some sort of a contract understanding to not do that?
You would think, right?
Maybe in professional wrestling it's not like that.
Luke said the reason why they did it, it's rumored that she's pregnant.
She's got a bun in the oven. Well, I don't think the 4-4 is going to happen if she's got a baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is confusing if Ronda is pregnant, right, Luke? We just said that, like, what? She's having babies and stuff. I'm pretty sure that there's probably not going to be 4 Horsewomen of something and something, which is weird.
Right?
Weird.
Anyways, we're watching Monday Night Raw. It's the main event. We got a 10-man tag team match right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the Viking Raiders, I guess they call them now. The Viking Raiders. Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, Cedric Alexander versus the OC, led by AJ Styles, and the glorious, what do we call them?
Show-offs.
Show-offs.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Yeah.
RJV said, isn't that kind of tampering like in the NFL?
Well, that's what I was thinking, but, it's a private business.
Right, so
like the NFL is a private business of its own, but they're all together. All the teams are one.
Yeah.
Where in wrestling, it's just another show.
Yeah, it's just a show.
So I guess there's nothing.
They're contracted under that show under those people, but
right. That's why I was just wondering if there's not a clause. I know that the WWE wrestlers have a clause in their contract that they can't wrestle for like 90 days or 60 days.
After they're let go from their contract.
Yeah, after their contract's over, they have a 60-day no wrestling
clause. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's something like that, like 60 years.
So Luke says that wrestlers can walk out on deals at the cost of their salaries, but it makes sense if AEW is offering huge contracts. It's basically buying out the wrestler's contract. That's true. I mean, if they're walking out on a contract that, you know, and they're getting a contract in return that makes up for that, then yeah, I could see that it would make sense. But how many bridges do you want to burn?
Right, because you probably would want to come back to the WWE after they take over AEW anyways.
Right.
I'm just going off of history, because it's not going to be long until, you know, they're either making money or losing money, and if they start losing money, the billionaire's not going to keep it.
No.
He's not going to hold on to it. Like Ted Turner held on to it because he was a different type of billionaire.
Yeah. And I think he hated Vince.
And he just didn't like Vince.
He just hated him. Let's see, Luke said, plus wrestlers are considered hired contractors, so they can be offered contracts by other companies.
Right, it would make sense now.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, if you look at them like that,
but
the problem of it is how, I mean, you've got contractual obligations that are happening in the contract, and the legalities of that. What kind of bridges would you be burning if you broke your contract with one company to take more money and start going to another company? I mean, you just wouldn't want to do it. I mean, really, you wouldn't. I mean, I'm not saying that you know, Vince is extremely vindictive, but he's the type of guy that literally would burn you until you meant nothing.
Right, well, you try to be
yeah.
I mean, it's a good corner because it's the one that Cedric needs to get to.
He said, I mean, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash took better deals with WCW, but still came back.
Yeah, and you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But they were also free agents at the time. And everybody was going over to WCW at that time.
Right.
Vince lost everybody.
Yeah. RJB said it's not true because look at Punk. They tried to sue him for breach of contract and they can freeze your contract.
They can freeze your contract.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about, the burning of bridges. I mean, you can screw yourself over by doing some of that stuff. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, and I'm not saying that people don't take that opportunity or take that leap across that, you know, canyon. But how many chances are you going to get after the fact? Now, you know, Dolph Ziggler, he's up in age. I'm not saying he's old. I'm just saying that he's up in age. He's, you know, he's to a point where his body's going to start breaking down and things are going to happen more and things like that. You know, would you want to really take on another huge contract?
Yes.
You know, so that you're like, okay, well, I'll just retire here. Right? So if you're not happy where you're at, granted, win out your contract and get it done, and then yeah, move on to the next one. Great. But don't burn your bridge because you don't know what that future is going to hold. I'm not saying that AEW is going to fall in their face. I'm just saying that you just don't know.
Right. Well, and you don't. You have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow in the wrestling business. AEW could be the best thing that's ever happened to wrestling.
Yeah.
Like WCW was when it first was going.
It's on full display here tonight.
Because it was the NWA
Dolph
first.
Ziggler been firing on all cylinders together.
And then all of a sudden, Ted Turner bought it, changed it to WCW, put it, you know, prime time on Monday nights, and it took over
Yeah.
for a while. The Monday Night War. And then Vince used sex to get it back. And then he used swearing and sex.
Yeah.
Like, they called it the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And at that point, I think he sent Vince Russo, over to WCW to sabotage him. I honestly believe that.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, all of a sudden they hired Russo and it just went to shit. I remember, like, wrestlers just throwing the microphone down on the ground and walking off. Like, it was, like, chaotic. I hope Hogan said, "This is what's wrong with the business right here, Vince." Like, just Vince Russo, right there, just in one of his promos. You're like, why is he involved? And he'd come out with baseball bats and like attack the wrestler. Obviously, that was part of the show. Like, he was part of it. I just don't like when the GMs write themselves in. Or the writers write themselves in.
Oh, yeah.
Try to stay out of that.
Yeah, right? Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, there's your cartwheel. There's your big elbow.
Circus Panda elbow?
Yeah.
Is that what that's called?
This is insane.
That's the only one in the ring. Now he's
He
going to jump
supposedly
out.
kissed people and
The
did stuff.
Universal Champion. The tag
Well, who's he
team
Tagged
tagging?
in Braun.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
So he tagged in Braun, but Bren didn't come into the ring. We tried her on the outside. Big old battering ram.
That's funny.
Oh, Braun.
So, Luke said that each wrestler had different clauses in their contract. Punk's contract would be different than everyone else's contract. RJB said, yeah, you can burn your bridges, but ultimately you can just have your contract frozen so that way you would never be allowed to work on TV again. Unless it's with that company. He also said that would be their way of basically screwing you because you would be used up by that time.
Right.
And then Tom said WWE does screw over keeps, lots of them. And Luke said WWE has stopped freezing contracts though. Sasha was literally about to take legal action. So WWE brought her back and announced no more freezing so they don't get sued. RJB said, but how can they get sued? They're the ones that signed the contract, which means you legally agreed to it. Because if that was the case, anybody could just go
Get out of any
just
contract.
get out of their phone, like go to AT&T and get out of their phone contract.
Right.
Could just sue AT&T and get out of their phone contract. Using that as an analogy. And then Luke said because Sasha apparently offered to, but her contract off, and WWE said no, which is technically illegal. Yeah, probably.
Well, it sounds like a bunch of interesting stuff coming, because I think that if they're under contract, they should abide by the contract.
Well, of course, unless something happens, no matter what, they're being paid to go out there, do what they're told, and be entertainment for the masses.
And they have so many days they have to do. So they'll sign a contract and they have to do 200 appearances.
And it's a job. It's a job. You take that contract, you should have read that contract, you should know. Now, if something happens where you can't fulfill that contract anymore, then there should be a sit down with a moderator and your legal teams that sit down and say, okay, we know that this might become a breach of contract, but this is what's happening. We can't help this. They have some kind of weird injury that's happened, or they're too sick, or something that's happening in their lives that makes it so they can't fulfill their contract. Does that mean they should never let them go, or say, oh no, we're going to screw you?
I'm just saying, if you've got 200 appearances in a year and you get hurt, and you only did, say, 100, then you need to pay those 100 back at some point, is what they do.
Right.
And
but wonder if you can't. Wonder if you are physically unable to do it.
Well, that's different. That's different than saying, okay, my contract's up in April, I'm going to go join AEW.
Right.
That's when they tack it on and say, okay, now you give us our 100 matches, and then you can go to AEW.
That's what I'm saying, though.
But yeah, if you're physically unable to compete, like if they don't clear you to compete, then they have to pay you.
Right.
That's a difference. To me, that's different.
Right, but I'm just saying that in all reality, these wrestlers should know. I mean, and maybe they don't when they first come into it. They don't know, but the first thing you should be getting is a freaking lawyer.
Right.
No matter what. Before you put your name on anything, you should have a lawyer right next to you that knows how to do it.
You got to remember that a lot of these people want to be wrestlers really bad, right?
Yes.
And then they go into the performance center and they work their fingers to the bone. They're getting paid nothing.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden there's a contract for say $75,000 a year. And then with incentives, and it goes up to like $125. Right. Well, they sign that immediately, and it's like a 3-year developmental deal. And so that now they're getting paid for their job. Then they go up to the bigs. Then they go up to Raw, and say people start liking them. Then they sign those $350,000 contract, and those are usually like 5-year deals. And that's where they. It's just like in baseball. They don't get paid big money for 7 years.
Right.
Or 6 years. And then in their 7th year, they get a huge contract. But by then, they're already close to 30. They're 28 or something. But teams still give them those big contracts. Same thing.
Luke said, after she said she'd buy out her contract, RJB said that it's not illegal, she legally signed it, and they said no. Luke said legally job contracts cannot keep you from leaving if you personally offer to buy out your contract. And that's true, Luke, it is. If they say that they want to buy out their contract, which means basically they're paying money to the company for their contract so that they're a free agent, you could say, then they shouldn't be allowed to stop that. Now, if they say, okay, we'll give you more incentive to stay, you know, I mean, we don't know exactly what wording may have happened with Sasha's case.
I don't know what happened, but what I do know about the Sasha Banks thing is it's open Pandora's box. Because now anybody can pout
and then throw a fit in a tantrum.
And then be champion.
And then come back and make a comeback for it.
In 4 months.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just open the door. So whoever wants to pout and not work can be champion.
Right. RJB said, and you also don't know the wording in anybody's contract. It could say anything in there, like in the NFL, they can put, you can't ride a motorcycle because it's too dangerous and get hurt or die.
Madison Bumgarner, San Francisco Giants, riding his dirt bike, tore his shoulder, and he's just barely getting good again right now. And it's been like 3 years.
Yeah. There was somebody who just died on a motorcycle.
Detroit's minor league.
Yeah. That guy. It was a parkized skateboard.
Right.
That's right. Luke said there's a federal law that says businesses cannot keep you from buying out your contract in order to leave unless NDA and other things are also signed. Or if your partnership is a single legal unit and you're all in agreement, the situation can become stickier when most partners want to sell, but one refuses. It can get even uglier when you want to leave, but your partners refuse to buy you out, you may still have options depending on the prevailing partnership agreements.
Right, your LLC.
Yeah, and one thing is, according to federal law, a company cannot refuse an employee to buy out their contract unless other documents are included. If they sign the other things, you're right, but if not, then the WDA is flirting with legal issue. And they are. I mean, they're right there on that line, but they know what they're doing. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Vince has really good lawyers. Anyway, so we're still in this 10-man tag team match thing, or whatever it's called.
Got about 4 minutes.
And we've got AJ Styles and Seth Rollins in the ring, and
there's the hot tag to Braun Strowman.
Single battering ram.
Is that his only thing he does anymore? Is the battering ram?
I guess. I kind of wish he wouldn't, because you can tell it's really hard on his knees. He was running around like it doesn't work right.
He runs a lot for a big man.
Yes. And throwing him around, and we got out of it. AJ Styles like, He got out of the way. He ran away. That's funny. One of the Viking Raiders tagged himself in and threw the OC out.
Viking Raiders are having a little bit of fun with
Dolph Ziggler is thrown around, and
that Viking Raider dude is white.
Well, with those guys he is. He's very, oh my god, he looks sick.
Soccer style kick, tail leg kick, into the tag.
His buddy's like, I'll tag myself in. Look how big I am. Oh my god, dude, would want that to happen. AJ Styles got something horrible happen to him. It was terrifying.
Just sit on your chest. I'm only 350.
I don't know, I think I might have been worse.
Cedric just tagged himself in. The big man's he slipped.
Oh my gosh, he just threw himself into a whole bunch of guys.
He slipped.
Did he? Ooh, ouch.
That was terrifying.
So was it Cedric Alexander and AJ Styles in the ring?
This is where Cedric's going to get the pin.
This is where Travis is like, I told you. I told you what would happen.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
Still up in the air.
AJ's going to get pinned. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Cedric. Here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He pinned AJ Styles.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's coming down to the ring. 2 things are going to happen here. He's going to drink some beer with some people. Or he's going to get hit by the Fiend. Because the Fiend was talking some shit a minute ago.
He was talking some shit.
But there's 5 of them in the ring. How would that work?
Stranger danger. He got some beers. He's like, give me my beer. He's throwing beer at him.
They're all going to drink beer together. I guess the Fiend's not coming down. Not with 6 of them in the ring together.
Right?
One guy's like, I'm a recovering alcoholic.
Right? What if they were? Would they know? I mean, like, literally, would they know? If you
I'm
better
sure they
couldn't
would
have
know
it.
already.
The one guy didn't drink anything.
Yeah.
The one Viking Raider literally just kind of sprayed it all over himself, kept his mouth completely closed, and then threw it out.
Yeah. I thought the Fiend might come down. Dang it.
Everybody likes beer.
They're putting gluten all over themselves.
That's actually drinking it. He opened it up and took a big old swig. That's funny.
We got a big old party in the ring. I was hoping the Fiend would come down.
Right? Well, drinking away. Having a great old time. He's flipping people off.
Yeah, he's doing his flip-off thing.
Yeah. That's funny.
How exciting. Well, that's a good way to end it. Bring out Stone Cold.
Right? Drink beer.
He's like, just throw me a whole case of beer. He's got this little, he's got a cooler that throws beer at you.
Well, that's terrifying.
It was pretty, it is kind of cool. It's like from here to the camera. And it just throws it essentially.
Yeah.
You made a good noise?
If you'd like to know, I'm not being a good boy.
Not even close.
Being a terrifying German Shepherd.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. So
Luke's all swollen up now, he's all buff. Working out all
from
night.
working out all night. Let's see, Luke said, what did he say? English. RGB said, but also says they're independent contractors, but they can't go work for another company.
Right.
And then Luke said, working for the promotion would be a contract thing, not an overall rule. See, Luke
Some
said,
of those companies share their talent, though.
yeah, some of them do.
Like New Japan shares with
WWE and
no, nobody shares with WWE. With AEW, Impact guys will go back and forth.
Oh yeah, okay. Luke said that WWE redid the Undertaker contract because he was going to sign autographs at another promotion.
Yeah.
And Vince was mad, so he redid the contract for more money, so Taker couldn't go.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
just a few
Vince
months
throwing
ago.
his tantrum. See where all the wrestlers get it from?
Right.
I guess you kind of what do you learn by example? Learn by example. All right, so Raw is over.
Yeah, thank you for watching Wrestling Gab.
Yeah,
it was fun tonight. We'll be here tomorrow night for SmackDown at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central.
Right. The whatchamacallit, the 10-man tag team, whatever happened, it was who pinned who? Oh yeah, Cedric Alexander pinned AJ Styles. That's right. It was them. All right, so that is the end of Raw for tonight.
Which I called that happening earlier in the movie.
Yeah. You're like, oh my god, I totally know everything.
I don't know everything.
Everything.
I'm 97% wrong 97% of the time.
Sure, whatever.
We already know
All
that.
right. So, yeah. Anyways, do your thing.
5-9 and then.
I have to go back to the other thing.
Yeah.
Luke said, have a good night. RJB said, then why can't they sue and say they want to work everywhere? I mean, we truly don't know what's stated in anyone's contract, and also we know they can and will anything they want till something stops them.
Right. Yeah,
Sure.
we could talk about this more tomorrow night. 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. What would that be, like 5 o'clock Pacific?
Something like that, I don't know.
6 o'clock if you're from the mountain time zone.
That's
If you're from other countries, there's all sorts of time.
I don't know.
Ireland, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right? It's crazy time there. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for stopping by. Come see us tomorrow on SmackDown. We'll be here.
I appreciate you guys, and thank you for watching Wrestling Gab.